The adventure will resume in just a moment.
All over the country in every direction, how you doing is the question. And here's what the happy people have to say. Eating our Wheaties and doing okay.
Okay. Way out west, as an Indian scout, you have to learn what it's all about. You wrestle a mountain lion for fun, 'cause you eat your Wheaties and he eats none. You can swim a stream, follow a trail, to bring the bad men back to jail. You're able to do this every day, 'cause you're eating your Wheaties and doing okay. The West has some great champions like Mickey Mantle from Oklahoma.
We keep shutting the door, but somebody obviously keeps opening it.
Tonight, everything changes.
Guiding Light, weekdays on CBS.
I'm meteorologist Robin Reed with news of an exciting new weather tool for your computer, the WDBJ Weather Bug. Just log on to WDBJ7.com and click on the Weather Bug icon. Once your free download is complete, you'll have access to forecasts, area webcams, and much more. When the National Weather Service issues an alert, the WDBJ Weather Bug immediately alerts you right on your computer screen. Visit WDBJ7.com.
Next, 2 episodes of The Closer. Later, watch 2.
Now, what? That's Joe Brozovic has set the mark, a 27-74, as that King of the Hill Bronco from 1997 is ready to hang on to that crown for one more year. Stay with us. We're coming back.
You'll howl in surprise at the biggest laugh in the movie.
Hey, what happened to my cup with my contact lenses in it?
You'll be totally shocked when you see which peripheral actor gets killed.
No!
And be one of the first to hear the new catchphrase that everyone will be saying.
What are you, crazy? What are you, crazy? What are you, crazy?
This week, Siskel and Ebert review, Denzel Washington battling Gene Hackman for control of a nuclear sub in Crimson Tide. Marissa Tomei falls in love with Angelica Houston's husband in The Perez Family. And Hugh Grant plays an exasperated mapmaker in The Englishman Who Went Up a Hill.
And why are you so extraordinarily concerned with it?
Well, that clock's worth hundreds of dollars. It also is a family heirloom. Wouldn't you want to keep a thing like that in perfect condition?
Well, yes, but,
Dad. Bob, you should put this microwave in the kitchen. It's great. Deborah has the same model.
Well, I'm sold.
Dad, you want a pot roast? You can have it in 15 minutes with this.
I can get it in 10 with this.
Okay, how about this? Look, automatic.
There's nothing to worry about. No, killed him. Do him in if I have to.
Performances by Marilyn Manson, Alba Roach, B.E. Mack, and Exhibit. With special guests Ryan Phillippe, Julia Stiles, Lance Bass's Roseland Party, and much more. And
someone would eat popcorn.
Just that next level of intensity when you eat something that high test. Whew.
People generally like the hot burn because it represents a constrained...
Probably nobody. Pleasant young fellow. We visited with him yesterday. It's a gratifying piece of work. And, of course, the people in Philadelphia aren't enjoying this scene. Watch how quickly he turns back up.
But you're also going to see he makes a cut here. Now, watch the hit that McFadden gets. Right there. Bam!
And Merriman.
They just look for kickers to go after. It's like a quarterback throwing an interception. There they pick him up going down the field.
They replay it here. That's the reason for the crowd noise. They replayed it on the video board. And meanwhile, Terry Hogue is up walking off with 11 seconds remaining in the half. 3 punts, 30 yards plus. Some year, huh? Previously, his longest was 44 yards. But this one was 75 yards.
You know, the Eagles have been in this football game offensively and defensively, and one of those intangibles in football is the emotion in the play of your special teams. You get an individual effort by somebody to make big plays, and it turns the entire momentum of the football game around.
Norm Johnson will kick it off. Crawford is deep, along with Tyler Latasi. Boy, the Eagles have their work cut out in the second half. Squib kick, and it's covered. It's a legal kick. It went more than the 10 yards, and the Eagles have it. Only 1 second went off of the clock because it doesn't start till someone touches it.
This is where they have that. You know, we saw last week New England beat L.A. with a Hail Mary pass. I don't know if that was a real smart thing to do. You might want to kick the ball down the field a little bit more.
I agree with you.
With the arm of Randall Cunningham, you know, he's only 50 yards from the end zone. He can do that in a heartbeat. They'll line Mike Quick up and Kenny Jackson, Bobby Duckworth all on one side and just put that thing up for you can have it, I don't want it, it's all right by me.
Clyde Simmons is the one who took that kickoff.
I used to hate this as a quarterback. It almost invariably ends up in an interception.
Mom watches sewing shows. Your dad watches the Farm Report. You watch Pee-wee's Playhouse. Guess who's having the most fun? It's CBS Saturday morning.
Searching for quantity without too much effort. This is it, kiddies. And so, with the cat strung up like Monday morning's wash, he's off for home and the frying pan. Another unique fish.
Working out, working hard, or making changes. One thing is for certain. Centrum has your nutrition needs covered. And that's something that'll make you feel good about yourself. With Centrum, you benefit from what science is discovering about how vitamins and minerals help maintain health, unlock energy, and strengthen immunity. Centrum, always complete from A to Zinc.
To speak and spell. It teaches kids to spell. This is Coleco's Talking Teacher. It also teaches kids to spell. This one's been around for a long time, and it speaks.
Try again.
Talking Teacher speaks too, and so clearly.
The first letter of yes.
Talking Teacher also helps your child learn math. Math? Yes, math and spelling, all at a surprisingly low price.
When you make a better learning toy, it speaks for itself. Talking Teacher.
Excellent.
One of these women is about to ruin a perfect meal. The chicken's perfect. The broccoli is perfect. But look, on the left, she's used long cooking rice, and this time it's turned out sticky, and that's going to ruin the whole meal. Meanwhile, minute rice has turned out perfect, as always. It can't overcook or undercook, so it's foolproof. And that helps make a perfect meal. Minute rice, because the meal can't be perfect if the rice isn't perfect.
Yeah, he's got a junkyard. He takes anything. Where does he live? In his junkyard. On the corner, let's see. On the corner of Meridian Internet Place and the Lucy Boulevard.
Still? Tired of your ordinary dial-up internet provider?
Compared to your conventional dial-up internet provider, At-Home provides direct cable access to your computer, giving you internet access at a speed up to 100 times faster than the usual dial-up internet service at an affordable price.
Whoa.
At-Home, the ultimate internet experience. See YTV.com for all the information you need.
David, where are you? I'm at home, Mom. And it's sweet.
That what they see is a violation of his rights, holding fundraisers to come to his aid. Brother's Keeper is a difficult subject for a documentary, but the filmmakers turned it into a document of the bedrock American belief in fair play. And when they nominate this year's documentaries, they'll be missing a great film unless they include Brother's Keeper.
I like all four of your choices, which is another reason why I think we should really run the whole Oscar show ourselves out of the studio here. I think would be excellent. The one that would delight me the most of the ones that you mentioned, if Rosie Perez got it. She is an original life force. There is no one else quite like her. And when that movie goes to Jeopardy and she's on Jeopardy, it's exhilarating. It's a terrific.
Yes, it was a great film, and she's very great in it.
Coming up next, my suggestions for more people who should not be overlooked when the Academy marks its balance.
your man, I give you no break. Not even your eye, you not give you no break. Hey, hey, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come?
This special edition of Cops was filmed with the U.S. Marshal Service and cooperating law enforcement agencies. All suspects are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Yeah, Louis. Well, we'd be here for over a month, and he was worried that you might think it'd be a little too disruptive for the garage.
You mean that it's entirely up to...
And we're proud to have meant quality in cartoons for over 75 years. Now you can enjoy yet another outstanding Acme product. It's the Acme Hour. 1 hour of quality Acme brand cartoons, weekdays at 2. Remember the name, Acme. We put the in cartoon.
Be a hero. Become an organ and tissue donor at DonateLifeOhio.org.
But I'm ready.
Sure about that? That bullet today was meant for you. How is Inspector Ramirez? Still in surgery.
I'm sorry, I can't help.
I think you can. I think you...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is LL Cool J, and I want to thank you all for calling and counting down the cuts with me. But I got plenty more to tell you about. Dial the LL Cool J hotline and get the news behind the cuts. Keep up with the latest up-to-date happenings. Find out how I'm living, LL style.
$2 the first minute, 45 cents for each additional minute. Kids, get your parents' permission before you dial.
Francisco, who became Viceroy of Ouida, was responsible for the export of hundreds of thousands of black slaves to the Americas.
The firefighters loved the toy so much, they took him out to the front lines and even started a now popular Facebook group to document his travels. Baby Yoda has been there as a good luck charm, fighting 4 wildfires in Oregon and...
Meet the Dollar Millionaires. From vintage pleather to McDonald's double cheeseburgers, these folks are all about the Washingtons. Looks like Rachel here has this season's It accessory. No wonder she rolls with such a handsome entourage.
These people live like money grows on trees. Trees they can't find.
Plan for building a perfect cheeseburger. Start with cheese. Glorious cheese. A plank of Swiss over here. A perfect Swiss burger. Cut that cheddar for a bacon cheddar burger. Haul in the Monterey Jack. A perfect Mexican burger.
To get your plans, hurry to your grocer's meat or dairy case and enter the Build a Perfect Cheeseburger sweepstakes.
You could win a perfect patio and barbecue set.
With real cheese, every cheeseburger you build will be
perfect.
About is that I want to do something, and I want to do it well. And I'd rather do that than be your wife or be your lover or be anything else.
Sorry. It's your ambition, I think, that gets to me. The fact that you want to be something. That you want to be somebody.
What the hell do you mean that I want to be somebody? I am somebody. I am something.
I like it. I like it very much.
It's a circus, a great three-ring circus, an all-American circus. I like the music, the excitement, the swift cuts, the fragmentary nature of it. And Gus here is something of a poet.
Webb, the show about making it in TV, does exactly that this fall. Lifeline, a real-life drama.
Dr. Judson Graves Randolph, Surgeon-in-Chief at Children's Hospital National Medical Center in Washington, D.C., is going to work. But unlike the rest of us, his skills and the decisions he makes will be a matter of life and death. This is Lifeline. The doctor and his patients are real. The events are all true. The Vargas infant was born 5 hours ago with a swallowing deficiency. Surgery is necessary.
Got a left arch. So we make a standard incision on the right side. Try to find that pouch if we can. Well, why don't you look at it and see what you can do, and I'll be down there in a little bit, and we'll just see what's reasonable. We just can't wait till 6:30. Now, Bert, are you all ready for us to open the trachea?
The last cub, however, has ideas of his own. Instead of climbing up with the rest of the cubs, he heads down.
Rescue 911.
Terrible chest.
Come on.
When paramedics rush to the scene of a medical emergency.
He said, what do we got? What do we got?
They never know what they might find.
Said my dad, he's having chest pain.
And what they may have to overcome. Look out! Will shock you.
My dad told me if his heart stops, don't do any more. You just don't want to lose your best friend.
Robots are coming. I'm Chuck Pell. I'm an artist, entrepreneur, and futurist, and we'll ride the robot revolution in this week's edition of Earth 2050. Welcome to Earth 2050. Not so long ago,
get your friends fired up, grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. Juicy taste, going strong. The taste of juicy fruit is gonna move you all day long. Juicy
for one of the larger accessories manufacturers. This is one example of the work, and I think it's the type of thing that will integrate very well into the bookshelves. One of the concerns I have about using glass pieces or clear pieces is that they don't have enough volume, and therefore it's much more difficult to arrange them. So I think maybe...
No one can really call Fred a man before his time because there weren't any. I mean, they were all apes, right? The Flintstones will be right back on Cartoon Network.
3 hours. 3 hours of impeded speech. 3 hours of pure, unadulterated pig antics. 3 hours of Porky on Super Chunk. Saturday at 4.
Shootout.
It's a neat trick. I heard you blew a little girl's thumb off in Reno doing that.
I am the best you'll ever see.
So I keep hearing. Shall we find out?
Naturally, there's a verbal showdown between Hackman and Sharon Stone.
Try to leave town, my men will kill you. You refuse to...
I really wanted to look great. Look at me.
What?
I'm bent.
Here we are. Start the meal off. Dessert. No, wait. She has quite a sense of humor, hasn't she?
コーナーキックはいけません。早いな。いいですね。いいですね。はい。燃えております。4人の選手。そしてダイヤメサースタコールが巻き起こりました。さあ、髪固めからまず先手を取りましたのがダイヤメサースタ。組み投げに入りました。今日はクラッシュギャルがチャレンジャーであります。 そして受けて立つのが若い山崎一樹、縦の伸びを早くも次が飛んだ。トップロープから降りました。エルボーでやります。縦野に代わって山崎登場。長与千沙選手は3月8日ボストンが事実上のカムバック第一戦でした。その後ニューヨーク郊外の滝口、そしてマイソンスケアガーデンで3試合行っておりますが、宮本さん、この3試合をご覧になった感想はいかがでしたか？
そうですね、やはり長与千沙が本当に復帰してくれて、そしてクラッシュが合体したっていうことがやっぱり大きかったですけども、やっぱりアメリカ本土に殴り込んでね、それで負け知らず3連勝を飾ってくれた。そしてもうマリソンでも堂々と試合をやってくれてね、本当にアメリカで日本の女子プロレスのレベル、実力っていうものをね、アメリカのファンに見せてくれたということ、本当に素晴らしいことだと思いますね。
私たちもマイソンスケアガーデンで手に汗握って実況放送をいたしました。その長与千沙が今国内カムバック第一戦を戦っております。さあロープに振られました長与千沙、どうかジャンピングにトップを測れ。さあまだいくか、強烈なジャンピングにカット。しかし2発目しっかりと受け止めました長与千沙。長与千沙がですね、マイソンスケアガーデンの試合が終わると同時に今度は大阪城ホールですとはっきりと言ってましたよね。
もうとにかくね、もう大阪からは本当にデンジャラスになってやるんだと、そう宣言してね、この日のマット上がってきましたよね。
ですから今日は長与千沙選手の表情が今までとは全く変わっておりました。より戦闘的により宣言化しております長与千沙。今宮本さんからもね紹介がありましたが、デンジャラスになってやるんだという長与千沙、まさに挑戦者の原点に戻ったクラスであると申し上げてもいいと思います。
America the Beautiful, Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
And WU.
Your cell phone bill is what's up. All this texting.
OMG, INBD.
It is a big deal. Who are you texting 50 times a day?
IDK, my BFF Jill.
Tell your BFF Jill that I'm taking away your phone.
TISNF.
Me paying this bill, that's what's the S and F.
Now too much texting is NBD. Singular brings you unlimited texting, just $5 more a month. And get an LG broadband phone free. The new AT&T. Your world.
Oh, these directors make me sick. Take Marty. Puts his name all over the program, gets all the credit. Well, if the kids like Sawyer, you wouldn't have a show. Sawyer's a wish. You'd have Broadway in a pocket a week.
You're right.
Yeah, Marsh would probably say eat a
Gas Center in New York City. Here is I've Got a Secret. And the host of I've Got a Secret, Bill Collins.
Thank you very much. Hi there, panel. What a nice group. Thank you. Thank you, and welcome to a brand new edition of I've Got a Secret. And speaking of brand new, we have a brand new panel all set and I hope ready to go. First, we have brand new Elaine Joyce. Next, spanking new Richard Dawson. Then, shiny new Pat Collins. And finally, practically new Henry Morgan. And that's our panel.
How do you spell holiday? Have you heard? The word is Target. My favorite color? Cashmere. And it's at Target.
I made this tree to light up your holiday. I designed the perfect gift for you. And you? And you.
Whether you've been naughty or nice,
they're perfect for sneaking up on Santa.
And now with Sprint, unlimited night minutes, instead of starting at 9, start at 7. And your calls are clear. Wait till I tell them about the nationwide network.
Diablo 2. Evil has survived. Rated F for mature. Play it now on PC and Macintosh.
Maybe Mullings quitting the Eugenics Society hurt someone else.
And in a far more personal manner.
George.
Sir.
I'd like us to revisit.
Soft mini mints with NutraSweet. The only little mint that's sugar-free. That great, cool, clean taste of Suts.
Next week on Wrestling Challenge, the WWF
video, because it's so complicated that you have this tendency to want to stop, reverse, and look at something again to see if you really heard what you thought you heard. My next overlooked movie on video, a movie I think you might like to rent, is called Bad Boys, and it's a 1983 film that starred Sean Penn as the leader of a Chicago street gang who gets locked into a blood feud with the leader of a rival gang, a Latino gang, and this feud continues after they're both locked up in the same juvenile prison. On this scene, Penn has accidentally killed his enemy's brother in a street shooting, and the enemy has retaliated by raping Penn's girlfriend, played by Ali Sheedy. The strength of Bad Boys is in the great dramatic scenes between Sean Penn and his mother, his sister, his fellow gang members, and his girlfriend there. I think the movie grows predictable at the end when everything is going to be settled by a big fight. This is the ubiquitous influence of Rocky. I am so tired of movies that end with a big fight or the big game. But if you want to see why so many people think that Sean Penn is one of the great actors of his generation, it's real obvious in the first 90 minutes of Bad Boys.
I think that's good criticism. I didn't like the film as much as you did because I thought it was so predictable in the way it would turn out.
At the end.
But his performance is wonderful. Coming up next at the movies, the European version of a film that was badly chopped when it was shown here on American TV.
Gary Gilmore, are you in fact at this moment ready to accept execution?
Not at this moment.
Spins tonight at 10 on Channel 7.
Saturday on CFA College Football. It's the golden anniversary of a Southeast Conference Classic. In the 50th meeting of these national powers, 7th-ranked Auburn takes on their conference rival, Alabama. The fierce Tiger attack is led by Heisman hopeful Bo Jackson. The Crimson Tide's offense is led by quarterback Mike Shula, as they still have hopes for a Sugar Bowl bid. Premier players in a premier matchup.
And keep up with all the day's matchups with Bino Cook, Doug Flutie, and myself on College Football Today, live at 3 o'clock Eastern, Saturday on ABC Sports.
Halftime at San Francisco, the 49ers over Seattle 12-0. Lots of action yesterday, and it's that time of year, sticky time for teams thinking about playoffs, but that's not the case for the Chicago Bears.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. Are you ready?
Into a fountain. There's got to be another way we can handle this. Try and enjoy the attention. Joan.
It's me, Les. I'm setting a record for you. I know this looks scary and dangerous, but I
checker-faced framing hammer.
In New Britain, Connecticut, people don't talk about the weather.
You use a checker-faced framing hammer?
Where was your curved claw finish hammer?
You see, since 1843, New Britain's been the home of Stanley.
But I got him a Stanley handsaw last year for his birthday.
And if local conversation revolves around tools...
Hey, fellas, look at this.
Whoa. It's only because we make tools worth talking about.
Stanley's 12-foot power lock tape rule, huh?
You can glide. Jelly, super smooth crayons. Jelly's glitters, Jelly's glows. Jelly's glides on.
You go. Yeah.
Jelly's super smooth crayons and pencils, each sold separately.
Hi, I'm Bobby Hull. I lost my hair in front of the whole world, and I know the anxiety you're feeling. I suffered with hair pieces, weaves, then I discovered the truth. House of Masters. Don't let anyone else mess with your hair.
Important to me. I understand. I'll get them back to you. Thank you.
It zings a skinny thing of string.
Or a string of fatter spatter.
Or use the spatter blaster to pop up a string of smatter.
It bubbles and bubbles, get spatter and fatter till it's a great big blob of bully spit spatter.
Spatter sold separately in the packages you see.
Scientifically formulated to speed carbs and electrolytes back into your body. Gatorade. There's a reason this stuff was created.
You'll do it. Before Baker gets here. Well, I'd have to be sure I could outshoot you first. Indeed. Would you like to take a little side bet on it? I have a little test in mind.
What a meal. Where's our hostess?
Grace is cleaning the sink. She'll be here at
Oh, you flew out of the kitchen. Happens every time I use new Ajax Power Cleanser. Gets you out of the kitchen fast.
Now, the most famous cleanser of them all has a brand new power formula. New Ajax Power Cleanser has bichlorin with a bleach accelerator that gets you out of the kitchen fast. This new bichlorin formula was created for dark, heavy stains like this grape stain. Look, we'll even shield the stain with a dishcloth. Ajax with bichlorin is so powerful, it zooms right through the cloth. Bleaches stains faster than ever before. And no rubbing.
Where are you? Gaines! Where are you, Gaines? Gaines! Answer me! Gaines! Parker! Why don't you answer?
The Sunday picnics that Chicago's Germans enjoyed became more than picnics. They were a chance to spread the word and recruit.
They say that nothing remains constant except change itself. At New York Life, we see the world a little differently. The values with which we started, financial strength, integrity, and humanity, remain the unshakable foundation of the company today. That we don't see them changing, ever, is why New York Life is the company you keep.
The nuns always chaperone the dances at my high school. They used to make us leave room between us for the Holy Spirit.
Now, Hindus do the same thing, except they leave room for a cow.
Or delivery. DiGiorno. Or delivery. Taste for yourself why the shortest distance between you and a delicious fresh baked pizza is your oven. Thankfully, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
And Tyler Perry Studios present a story about marriage.
What do I have to do to make it work?
Commitment.
It's the love that gets us there.
Love. And making it work.
I think we did all right.
Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married? Rated PG-13. In theaters October 12th.
Actual pieces of literature. It's a story that's set between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. This is something that takes you into the making of that, the research behind that, everything about it, all the different characters. A great book. F10952, only $15. And we also have a Star Wars Trilogy video set. If you haven't had a chance to take advantage of this, guys, I got to tell you, this is so affordable. I asked a good friend of mine for one of these for Christmas because we sold out and I didn't think we were getting any more in, and they paid a lot more than $33 for it. It's worth a lot more to me, but he paid a lot more than $33 for it. So it's great to get that trilogy at only $33, E13172. And whenever we're out of the quantity we have, we're not going to be reordering this. So it's going to be, this quantity that we have is going to be our only chance to get this for $33. It's a great value. I also want to remind you, and
that almost everybody on the tour counts him as a friend. Good all-around athlete, 6 handicap golfer, and I'm sure his family is proud of him all the time. 193.
And a man that puts priorities in perspective. He was in the top 24 of last year's Firestone tournament, which meant a shot for the title. His wife, Michelle, was expecting, and he gave up the Firestone competition, flew back to Oregon to be there when Corey Allen was born. That shows me class.
Excellent, excellent thought. Now Bellinger to lock up the match and go against Steve Cook. He's the winner with that shot right there, a possible 225.
All right. 3 victories for the man seated 4th, Jeff Bellinger. Professional Bowlers Tour will continue after this message and a word from our local station.
To Cisco.
I'll go draw up some specs.
I've got to go to waste extraction.
What did Starfleet Command say?
How many reinforcements will they be sending?
And how soon will they get here?
We're not getting any reinforcements. We'll have to make do with what we've got.
These biggest stars, one big radio station.
Someday, baby.
99.5 WKDQ, the big one.
Fast forward. Jesus, take the lead.
Country's biggest stars, one big radio station.
My gang, we lead to ride down in Mississippi and up to Nova.
Evansville's country station.
Ooh, I'll play something country.
99.5 WKTQ, the big one.
Residing with me, and I'm all the better for it. Now listen carefully, because I am in no mood. I'm going to say this only once. I would like a boiled egg, and I want it runny.
Pa, can we sleep in a motel room tonight?
Let's roll! I declare PowerpuffGirlsMovie.com, the official movie website.
Go Girls! Now there's only one place online for all the latest on your new movie. See clips, play games, go behind the scenes, all at PowerpuffGirlsMovie.com.
It's official!
Get out of this week's National Enquirer.
Take a look.
Princess Grace and her tragic death.
There's new evidence of foul play.
Make money at home? Here's how.
Linda Evans seeks court protection as a bizarre woman terrorizes her.
Free booklets give all you need to know about arthritis.
Plus health advice, food and fashion for inquiring minds.
Julio Iglesias and his stunning lifestyle. An Enquirer exclusive.
Add joy to your life in more ways than one.
A huge UFO is witnessed by thousands.
Andy Williams and Dinah Shore are making music for each other.
With all they put into it,
you get more out of it.
This week's National Enquirer.
Work better than ever. Neutrogena.
The enemy of international commerce used to be distance. Today, it's time. You can no more wait for an urgent shipment from Taipei than from Chicago.
I need those samples.
So only UPS now guarantees overnight delivery by 8 a.m. from business capitals worldwide.
There's Type A. Warren Paget, Type C. Lizette Barnes is also Type A. It can't be her either. But Archie Milner is Type B. The only one of the group.
Holy what's going on? Who are these guys?
And all of these movies, of course, are available on video. You can be influenced by the same films that influenced Quentin Tarantino. We've heard a lot of talk about the video generation, the wired generation, taking input from all kinds of sources, both high and low culture, and making something new out of it. That's what Tarantino seems to be doing, and I think he's going to be influential in freeing other filmmakers from the lockstep formulas of standard Hollywood screenplay outlines.
Well, the imitations have already started. We've seen a bad one, Destiny Turns on the Radio. Let's hope in the future we see some done well. Coming up next, Quentin Tarantino, as we've mentioned, is everywhere these days. Is he spreading himself too thin? We'll try to give him some unrequested career advice. The doctors are in.
Sacks 2 of the last 3 years. 3rd sack today for Pittsburgh.
And Pittsburgh has to be pleased with their defense. You'll see the surge, the defensive line. There's 93. That's Willis. Now watch, he just hits the arm and just yanks him down. He's really fortunate that ball did not come out in that play.
And a timeout is taken, stopping the clock with 42 seconds left. Willis had 14 sacks back in 1983 that set a Pittsburgh record, which has since been broken by Keith Merriweather, or Mike Merriweather. And meanwhile, Steve Moore, the offensive coordinator of the Seahawks, who's installed this new look offensive set for the Seahawks, talking to Dave Craig along with Coach Chuck Knox.
And you notice that Chuck Knox doesn't say too much. It was Steve Moore, the man to the right. He's the offensive coordinator. He's got blonde hair. You'll see him right there. He is really the leader of this team. Chuck Knox gives a lot of responsibility to assistant coaches here. And Steve Moore, as we said, has come in with this innovative type of motion and a lot of people moving around, and he's done a lot for the Seahawk offense.
In fact, has given his players more responsibility. In fact, Dave Craig now calls the formation in the huddle where they used to call it from the sideline. Reminder to our viewers that we'll be selecting the Budweiser Most Valuable Player for today's game at the end of the contest. 42 seconds left. Seattle 2nd and 17 from the Steeler 21. Here's Craig. Intercepted by Pittsburgh. The boos ring out as Craig throws another interception. This one picked off by the free safety, Eric Williams.
And Eric Williams, number 21, is a center fielder on this play. They're dropping back. They know Seattle wants to score a touchdown. He's playing. He's going to be to the right of your screen. And you may see him when Largent comes across. You'll see that Williams is just a center fielder. There he comes, steps right in play. He's playing the quarterback's eyes. And Craig never looked off Steve Largent on that play. And really, Eric Williams played that very well.
Well, Craig and Malone have both been playing.
Got to be a better way to get your Christmas shopping done.
I didn't steal those bears. Just because I work at a toy store doesn't mean those bears came from that store.
I'm sure the judge will want to hear all about that. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll be in touch in case we need you two as witnesses.
Hey, what are you going to do with all them?
Are about to see the most important words in pain relief in 100 years. Motrin IB. No prescription needed. The doctor-recommended pain reliever in Motrin is now available in non-prescription strength Motrin IB. One Motrin IB is as effective as 2 regular aspirin for relief of headache and muscle ache, and much gentler on your stomach. New Motrin IB, tablets or caplets. Doctor-recommended pain relief.
America the Beautiful Game Boy Color.
Get into it. Get into it. I hadn't invented sliding. Look, now, that wasn't your fault. It's all my fault. The professor, this man, Maggie's next victim, all because I lost control of something I didn't know enough about. So please, go ahead and tell me what you were thinking, because
This box.
It's not a box. It's a club! You mean a golf club? No, the Craft Cheese and Macaroni Club. You can get all kinds of new stuff like, whoa, wrong door. Like a painter's cap and egg-glow shoelaces. And there's a club game book with more neat stuff. Yeah, and fix that door.
You can send in $2.95 and 3 proofs of purchase. Details on boxes. Crack macaroni and cheese.
It's not just a box. It's a club.
Next. Whoa, hang on there, big fella. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Should have wore your clogs today. Next.
TheGlobe.com. Start a club. Angry Dwarves.
The sound of this Christmas bell tells us all it's time to support the Salvation Army. This is Johnny Carson to remind you that Salvation Army programs work all year round to help thousands who have no one else to turn to. That's right. Long after this bell stops ringing, the men and women in Salvation Army Blue will still be hard at work, helping the needy and the lonely, and extending a helping hand behind this shield.
No point to my killing you once we're safely away from Rancid. Correct? You're not Booth? Who are you? I was. Private Stephen Boyd. 2nd Maryland Cavalry.
You snickering, floppy-eared hound. When courage is needed, you're never around. Those medals you wear on your moth-eaten chest should be there for bungling at which you are best. So, stop the pigeon, 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 stop the pigeon. Ow! Nab him, jab him, tab him, grab him, stop that.
That jam by Old Virginia, that's the brand to keep in mind. Preserves by Old Virginia, they're the finest you can find. Old Virginia, they're fresh from vine and tree. So remember, Old Virginia, it's the top in quality.
Copperfit Ice delivers.
This is exactly what I'm looking for. I love the menthol aroma. It's very subtle. That menthol aroma feels like it's working.
I love Copperfit because it works. I used to feel my knees starting to...
Army Armstrong's ready to set us up for a great round of racing in the Mid-South Coliseum. All the people in Memphis, Tennessee got to see the new Bigfoot, and believe me, they were not disappointed. Cutting times down to 3.5 seconds. Andy, if any truck ever had the field covered, it was you until you went to the final round. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, that's right. The Ford General Tire Bigfoot was running real well tonight, and we got all the way into the finals. I pushed it a little bit too hard, come down, landed on all fours, and just bit real well, and then busted transmission.
So everything else is okay. The new chassis works.
Yes, it does. It's been working real well, you know. With monitoring our shock travel tonight, you know, maybe make a little bit of adjustment for next week, you know, just the pressure and the shocks and stuff like that. But we'll be back.
Believe me, we'll be watching. A lot of people glad to have you back on tour, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, so am I.
His next victim. Jennifer Lopez. The Cell. A USA Network premiere. Sunday at 9. Part of Big Movie Sunday.
Okay. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to throw an M&M into the woods in place of the ring. Wherever it lands, we'll search there first.
Fez, give him the M&Ms, man.
Yeah, about that. Who's the...
The stuff I took almost worked on this miserable head cold.
Almost doesn't count.
It kinda helped my chest cold.
Kinda doesn't cut it. Maybe your cold medicine's not working for your kind of cold because it treats all colds the same. Introducing one that doesn't. New Bayer Select cold medicines. Powerful ingredients. So exacting. To be more on target. Each goes after specific symptoms and hits the spot. New aspirin-free Bayer Select targeted cold medicines. Exactly what's right for exactly what's wrong.
Now you can have the confident feeling of dryness you get from Sure Antiperspirant with something you've never had before. A bold, rugged, outdoorsy scent. New desert spice. Leave it to Sure to add new spice to your life.
TV.
You can see she's wearing the commander's hat, can't you? Beautiful. Number 3, what is your real name and what do you do?
I am Irene Kuo. I own and operate the Lychee Tree restaurant here in New York City.
Well, ladies, we thank you. And we tell you that there was one incorrect vote. So from Dristan, $250 and our sincere thanks. Also a package of the fine products from the makers of Dristan. We certainly hope you enjoyed your visit. We thoroughly enjoyed meeting you. Goodbye and God bless you. Now a word about the cold water wash for woolens and all fine fabrics. Wool Light.
Well, I am. Not yet. No.
Happy holidays.
And jumping down off of high stuff. They have to learn how to figure out their world. So she's giving them a chance to learn that on their own. But she's still there if they need her. One little call and she's right there.
What happens when people taste post grape nuts for the first time?
It's nutty. I like it.
It's delicious and crispy. It tastes like wheat.
It's good, though.
It reminds me of my childhood. I don't know why it does.
Grape nuts is the cereal with a nutty taste people like, and it's fortified with vitamins.
You know something? You should have called them grape nuts.
Dish ads you keep seeing.
Get the dish, big savings, big deal.
Yeah, right.
It's just a tease to lull you in.
Start adding things like
Local channels.
Extra sets.
maintenance agreements,
High def.
and it's a whole different picture.
And there are things cable offers you can't even get with satellite.
Satellite savings?
It's no big deal.
Cable from New Wave. It's the real deal.
They're coming! Domino's dots are coming!
Big flavors coming your way. Introducing cheesy Domino's Dots. Smothered in delicious Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. 360 degrees of all-around fun. Get an order of cheesy Domino's Dots for 99 cents when you buy any large one-topping pizza for $9.99. Now in a manageable size.
I don't know. They look pretty big to me.
Get the door. It's new cheesy Domino's Dots.
As well. It was an adventure not for the U.S., it was an adventure for humanity.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
I bet I had a dozen shades of rose blusher and I was still looking for the right one.
Clarion makeup.
So when I saw the Clarion computer, I thought, great. It'll tell me the perfect rose. Turns out my best colors don't have a rose in the bunch. No wonder I was never satisfied.
Clarion. Ultra pure makeup. Personalized for you.
Look, any makeup can put roses on your cheeks. This one tells you when they don't belong there.
Clarion. Looking great. And knowing it.
Sahara.
Imagine seeing the hottest young comedians around. That's what The Tonight Show with Jay Leno Comedy Challenge is all about. And on Tuesday, December 22nd at 8 p.m., we'll show you the 5 finalists live at the Forum Shops at Caesars. It's absolutely free. Watch as we pick the Las Vegas winner who will compete for a coveted appearance on The Tonight Show. Join me and cheer on your favorite young comedian. Don't miss the amateur comedy event of the season. Brought to you by Channel 3, KOMP, the Forum Shops at Caesars, and Showbiz Magazine.
Saturday, we've got Courage on Cartoonolio and Scary Double Features on Cartoon Theater. Then on Halloween, it's a 24-hour Scooby-Doo marathon. Night of the Living Doo. October on Cartoon Network. I've got chills.
Honey, congratulations.
Thanks.
Neat, huh? Dave sold me this cool Joannakin for $30. Not a way robbery, George. I could have sold you the original for $25.
The fastest man today was Mike Indries, GP winner. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dave. We're just ecstatic with it. It's great.
Great, buddy. Great.
Okay. Things got a little wet at that start. You timed it well. Did you get pinched? Al, come on in here. What happened in there?
What happened? That lane I had went away real quick. I just got trapped and I couldn't do anything. I just went through the first turn and there wasn't anything but white water. And I saw the buoys and I headed where I thought I should be, and it turned out well. But damn, I can see anything.
Okay. Did you feel like you get cut off, or was this a tough choice on your decision, on your part?
Six, one half dozen other probably.
Okay, you did a great job though, getting through the field though with the second place. Al, got to be happy.
Oh, I'm very happy. We're so happy with these new Ford engines. I'm telling you, they're fantastic.
All right. Well, good day, good weekend.
Thank you.
And just for the record, Bob and John Thoret's boats had engine problems and both failed to finish. A final comment from Toledo after this.
Hey, how was bowling?
I'd rather be eating.
A bottomless pit. Grabbing a quick burger?
We're getting Kentucky Fried Chicken.
The Colonel only uses fresh quality chicken, like I do.
And the way hamburger prices are going, it's nice to get a good, sensible meal at a good, sensible price.
Hey, I'm a growing boy.
It's so nice to feel. It's so good about a meal. So good about Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right, here I am, about to be killed. Killed? You don't seriously think it's dangerous, do you? Oh, don't be silly. Trust me.
How would you like to be in the movies? One of Hollywood's stars of tomorrow. Tonight, 4 people will have a chance to be discovered with the Don Adams Screen Test. And here's the host of the Don Adams Screen Test, who else? Don Adams!
Good evening, movie fans, and good evening, everyone who's ever wanted to be in the movie.
Rich! What do you mean, rich? I just heard the farmer talking about golden nuggets. What'd I say?
Golden and crispy. Chicken nuggets from Shake and Bake Coating Mix.
Learn more about the play habits of young Tarzan. We give you the Tarzan can. Ooh, anybody got a towel?
Now when you buy a McDonald's Happy Meal, you can get one of 8 Tarzan toys from Disney's movie. Now on video and DVD. 8 toys, 1 big jungle.
Next up, Cheetah Can. Did somebody...
I entered some in an exhibit once, some seascapes. And I won a prize. It wasn't a first prize, but it was a prize.
I used to win prizes, too. Tennis, polo. I once knew a fellow used to make ship models in glass bottles.
Copacabana has one of the highest population densities in the world, with 250,000 people squeezed along a half-mile strip of beach. Back in the 30s, anybody who was anybody would fly down to the Copacabana beach and party all night long. But for the people who live here now, it is no longer a rich man's playground. In fact, the beach is Rio. Rio's inhabitants...
Well, there can be, as soon as we carry it in from the living room. Children, of boys and a girl, but they're in school most of the day. As a matter of fact, the boys are in school after school.
This car will do wonders for your image and ours. Introducing the new Scoop from Hyundai. Yes, Hyundai.
Go now.
We want you to have a white Christmas, so we're having our JCPenney Winter White Sale right now with stores opening at 8 a.m. now till Christmas. All our soft, fluffy comforters, blankets, sheets, and pillows. Our entire line 10 to 50% off. You'll save on a great selection of curtains and draperies, and our entire line of bath accessories and towels. As beautiful as new fallen snow. The JCPenney Winter White Sale to make your Christmas white. JCPenney.
Time warp.
Where am I?
Ancient pre-Eternia, lost land of the dinosaurs. Thunderous Tyrannosaurus Rex battles mighty Bionatops, ferocious dinosaurs.
Take this, man.
How can He-Man survive?
I have the power.
New from the Masters of the Universe, figures Bionatops, Tyrannosaurus Rex, and Turbodactyl each sold separately. Can He-Man escape the past and them?
Evil can't survive. Gargoyles. Disguised as a gargoyle, the evil Xanatos swoops into attack. But mighty Goliath breaks free. Lexington fires. And heroic Brooklyn charges into battle on the Ripon Rider Cycle.
Get him!
Xanatos is stunned. And Goliath flies in to unmask him.
Adios, Xanatos!
When gargoyles come alive, evil can't survive. Gargoyles, Goliath, Brooklyn, Lexington, Xanatos. Other figures and vehicles each sold separately. Lots not included.
Talk show, not mine. I'm just going out there to hear him say yes or no.
Well, it's a terrific idea, and if Finch has any taste at all, he's got to like it.
Finch? Taste? He's the guy who scheduled reruns of My Mother the Car at 7 o'clock, so he'd have something to watch while he ate.
Miss Grant, it's after 1.
Bob Fosse's Dancin'. Dancin', Bob Fosse's pulsating, electrifying musical sensation with more energy, more excitement, more dancin', dancin', dancin'. Dancin' now at the Ambassador Theater. Phone for tickets now, 541-6490. Bob Fosse's Dancin'.
Espresso gets out of your building fast. Across the country or just around the corner, Espresso takes your message and makes an entrance that gets you noticed. So when you've got to get there first, Espresso yourself. Welcome to the television show that's gonna finally put this city on the map. A map of doom. It's almost live. And now, here is Dr. Doom.
In your home for 90 days. If you don't completely love it, send it back for a full refund, no questions asked.
Order now. This offer is not available in stores. You get Emerald's Power Air Fryer 360.
This is what life is. This is what life is. Never
Organically grown herbs blended with natural ingredients. Ricola, natural herb cough drops from Switzerland.
Its crew will transfer from orbiter to the laboratory through a tunnel. With Space Lab, the shuttle can carry as many as 7 people into space at a time, including a lot of people who have never been considered before, at least by NASA, as potential astronauts. Women have given NASA's doctors a problem. They've never had to deal with them before. Head of Life Sciences at NASA, Dr. David Winter.
It turns out, it's a very interesting point, that there's very, very little data on women, particularly in the types of environment we're dealing with. Most of the information we've used, of course, have come from the services, from the pilot training courses, and from the types of individuals who traditionally, in the past, and I have to qualify that now, have been in those courses. They've all been young men.
Okay, nothing to see. Gotta go.
Materials this, loo roll, or tissue paper, and you can just wrap it round the body of your heavyweight bookend like that. Looks like a little cloak at this point, doesn't it? And then mix some PVA glue, equal parts with water, just the old PVA school glue in the white squidgy bottles, and literally slop it on to your body like that. And you see what starts to happen there? The glue starts to soak into your tissue paper and starts to just bind it to your newspaper. And just cover the whole of your heavyweight body. And it's a good idea to do 2 layers of this. I won't do it all, just do that bit to show you. Then leave it to one side to dry, probably overnight. Oh, when it's dry, it'll look something like that. Look at that. Now, it looks a bit like an Egyptian mummy at this stage, doesn't it? But you notice the PVA glue has gone rock solid, and it's made the tissue paper glue to the newspaper, and it's all gone rigid there. And I've even put this little dollop of tissue paper on for a nose. And then take some acrylic paint or even poster paint and paint on the detail of your person. Now, it can be anyone you like. I did me, and you can do yourself or your favourite pop star or sports personality. But just take some time to paint on your detail. And again, I'm just going to do it quickly here to show you. Just slopping on the colour. There's the red for my sweatshirt. And if you take some time, you should get quite a good result out of it. Well, when I finished mine, it looked something like this. And there he is, a heavyweight bookend. And you can see here, I've put on all the detail, even his sweatshirt. And I haven't gone for a likeness on the face, I've gone for more of a cartoon face. But it's a good effect, isn't it? And when I finished the painting, I waited for it to dry, and then I coated it in PVA glue. And when that goes dry, it goes hard and shiny, and it gives it this great finish.
Burgers with Ronald McDonald and Friends.
Wow! Hamburglar has a magic kit.
Ooh, boy.
Magic. Rubble, 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 cadabra.
I should have known you'd have something like that up your sleeve.
Rubble, rubble. All gone. All mine.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oops.
Now for a little trick.
Rubble, rubble.
We can all enjoy.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Presents BJ and the Chef.
Mom, there's nothing to eat. Let's go.
Time for kid cuisine.
Nice landing, BJ.
How about a kid cuisine dinner?
Chicken nuggets.
Just for you.
And a fun pack with stickers, games.
And dessert.
Excellent.
Billy, how about a kid cuisine?
Kid cuisine is good food.
And cool fun.
And I'm also going to reserve the scallions or the green onions for garnish. Let me get some of this out of my way. Now, we want just a good amount of corn that we're going to be adding to our dish as well. And of course, for...
Wait a minute, you're accusing me of not questioning my good fortune?
Look.
What would you have preferred that I do? Barge into Seknav's office and demand that the board consider my unworthiness?
I would have made some inquiries.
I didn't want to make inquiries. I accepted my...
Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, the video game. Before you see the movie, live it. Rated T for teen. All the Jedi knowledge. All the lightsaber skills. the force powers can't save you from the one thing you can never escape. Your destiny.
So how many more of these asteroids are there? Dr. Helene.
Our estimate of the population of these near-Earth asteroids is around 1,000, perhaps plus or minus 50%. So we're dealing with a population perhaps of about 1,000 to 2,000 Apollo asteroids.
B3D, it pulsates deep to clean better. Now's your chance to power up to a better clean. For a limited time, the Braun Oral-B plaque remover is specially priced.
This is the taste. This is the test. Pepsi versus Coke. The Pepsi Challenge. And all across America, more people pick Pepsi. Time after time after time. Pepsi Cola. Oh, what a time. It's gonna be Pepsi now. Maybe the taste is Pepsi. Gonna be Pepsi now.
The bottom. But what about if you just squeeze an orange? How much calcium's in that?
It's not a lot. No, it's really enriched. Also, again, if you're lactose intolerant, soy milk that's fortified with calcium is another great source.
Oh, okay. What's the
or switch puzzle and let loose a 2 out of 5.
In an interview with Play magazine, the costume designer for Psy Girls said, and I quote, "When a female character's level of skin exposure is high, users will tend to view that character as stupid.
So ice must be dumb as a bag of hammers."
But hey, who's to say that a highly intelligent and technologically proficient super spy can't have her bosom hanging out when she's kicking ass? I mean, aside from the basic laws of gravity, I mean.
Darn puritanical laws of gravity?
Right.
Pooh.
Well, anyway, if you aren't into cleavage, maybe you're into giant robots in space. It's based on the long-running Mobile Suit Gundam, and it's got a title I love to say. Here's our review of Mobile Suit Gundam Encounters in Space.
The reason I love the holidays? Well, for one, when you buy gifts for your pets online at PetSmart.com, I get to bring you up to 40 pounds of pet food absolutely free, so everybody's happy. But mostly it's because I get to wear this hat. Offer only available online at PetSmart.com.
Back to your wedding plans. Sorry I bothered you.
Frank, wait. Am I making a mistake?
What?
Am I making a mistake? You know, getting married?
Oh, now you care about what
I come from the generation that always said, well, I'll be married, so I'll be taken care of. My goal in life was to be a beach bum. But at 50, I found myself alone, divorced. And I said, I'm going to open a ballet school. And it was wonderful. I took my money and invested it. I felt great.
I'm calling HQ, Eddie, the radio at work.
Well, you can't get them on that radio. That's a Kraut radio, Homer. You just call the Krauts.
Jetzt wissen wir, wo Sie sind. Wir kommen dich zu Wort. Warten.
Terms were not accepted. Carnegie instructed him to close the plant and wait the men out. Later, he gave Frick more leeway. "We approve of anything you do," he wrote from England. "We are with you to the end." What Frick did was build a fence 3 miles long and 11 feet high around the entire plant. The workers called it Fort Frick. On June 25th, Frick announced the company would no longer negotiate with the union, but only with workers individually. Leaders of the Amalgamated were willing to concede on every issue to save their union. They tried to reach Carnegie in Scotland, the Carnegie who took no man's job, but could not find him. This is your chance to reorganize the whole affair,
Carnegie wrote Frick.
And you have supersonic power.
Ball up right now and roll! Action! Come on, honey. And you're brave. And you're scared. Hey, focus!
I want you to think about the marketing opportunities here.
Okay, in front of the paper. What part of supersonic speed do you not understand?
The right hedgehog is hard to find. New Sonic Adventure 2 Battle with extra two-player action. Only on Nintendo GameCube. Rated E for everyone.
All right, I'm sorry I yelled at you.
Super Mario is back. He's blasting worlds where no one has ever been. He's taking on enemies no one else dares. This time Mario plops up power wherever he goes, so he's bigger and badder than ever before. You've never seen creatures like these. You've never had an adventure like this. It's everything you've dreamed of and worlds more.
I have to warn you. I've heard relationships based on intense experiences never work.
What a great day for a picnic.
Here are the cheeseburgers.
And here come the ants.
Ants?
Yeah.
Yahoo!
Aunt Millie and Aunt Tilly. Glad Purvis invited you.
Nobody invites ants to a picnic.
We just show up.
What would you say if Tarzan was at McDonald's? What would you say if one of 8 jungle action toys from Disney's new movie came in every Happy Meal you buy? Exactly.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
Once men took pride in a job well done. An honest day's work for an honest day's pay. How many guys really care today? Getting even a faucet fixed can be an event. There's a lot of truth to this saying, they just don't make them the way they used to. Shouldn't a man do his level best whether he's running a corporation or running a bulldozer? At least, so it seems to us. 80 years ago, Michael Peel set out to make an honest beer. For 80 years, there have been no secrets in Peel's brewing process. No shortcuts either. No artificial carbonation, no artificial aging. Just honest men making a good light beer brewed for men. There's only one way to get the honest taste of Peel's. The hard way. In a world of false values, that's something nice to think about. You're an honest man. Try an honest beer. Peel's.
They're taking the stuff.
Yeah, I'm watching.
It's just the robbers. There's no sign of Tuner.
Vanguard isn't showing either.
Surprise! Puppy surprise! How many puppies are there inside? There could be 3 or 4 or 5.
Puppy Surprise comes with 3, 4, or 5 puppies. 1 in 4 mommy dogs comes with 4 or 5 puppies.
They have already killed 1 hostage.
This channel is reserved for emergency calls only.
Lady, do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
He's inside? Who is he? Who are you then? You are most troublesome for a security guard.
Sorry, wrong guess, huh? Would you like to go for double jeopardy?
Ism. What are you after? Money? There's no money here.
Of course not. You wouldn't be stupid enough to keep $100,000 here. But we both do know where it is.
A religious extremist.
You want nothing less than to destroy us.
Sets off a wave of terror.
I understand my duty to defend the Bajoran faith.
A holy war that could divide the station.
I think I've given you all the support I can, short of...
It's not enough, and bring the Federation to its knees.
We are neither the enemy nor the devil.
We'll see.
Next time on Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Saturday at 6 on Fox 30, WAWS.
Oh, 6 o'clock in the morning, and this is the first day of my journey. I'm on an island just off the northwest coast of Europe.
The last time Intellivision had a $50 rebate, I refused to do it. And now they're trying to persuade me to do another one. Well, perhaps I was a bit hasty. After all, in television is a marvelous system, and $50 is a big rebate. So buy it in television before November 28th and get $50 back from Mattel Electronics. And hurry. Can I go now?
I think I see her coming now. Will you run along there?
All right.
And call me at the club, don't forget.
Okay. Bye-bye.
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 How do you like the guitar? And we say that he turned to his mother and said, that's all right, Mama.
Well, it's the one for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, now I'm going to step on my blue.
For 1956, 4 young men.
I could have sworn it was over here. Huh.
Money.
Mom, are we poor?
Of course not.
Then how come you keep talking about how much things cost?
Well, waste not, want not, you know. Okay.
All right, it looks like... Bubbles, would you like to host CCF again?
Yes, please.
Good. Tell everyone what we're going to see.
Okay, watch on this Friday for a new Powerpuff Girl. Also, the sheep in the big city from last summer. Sheep's gonna be our newest cartoon the following week.
Perhaps you could show us your yes.
He'll be on every week.
Join Bubbles next Friday at 7 for Cartoon Fridays.
All units, code 33, code 33. Headquarters, this is Unit 6. My partner's been shot. I need an ambulance. Main Street by the park. He's hit in the chest. Get me back up.
Wonderful. I put my master's face in all the supermarkets and the NASA cafeteria. I still have a whole Thanks, Max.
Big Apple taste and cinnamon. Crammed into delicious Rice Krispies. They're part of a complete breakfast.
And so good. You might need someone to guard them.
To talk. That's how real he looks. It's great. Also, A30561, the Star Wars THX Darth Vader t-shirt, only $19. These are going to be available in, medium and large, I believe. A30561 is a great way to have something from the brand new THX technology and the Star Wars trilogy. That is also a great gift idea. Anybody who likes Star Wars. Steve,
Indeed.
Thank you so much.
Lisa, my pleasure. This was great.
I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed having you here.
I enjoyed being here.
Really appreciate it. And we will shop again, of course.
Absolutely.
For great Star Wars collectibles. My name is Lisa Robertson. Thank you so much for joining us for this 2 hours of course, Star Wars. And don't forget that we have a great Today Special Value coming up in just a few minutes. I'm going to run back and change real quick. And Steve's going to make sure that he got everything he wanted in the show. Right. Thanks a lot for joining us, and don't go away.
Good night.
Make a strawberry smile, make a milk chocolate swirl, oatmeal swirler. You can give it a swirl.
Fun to make.
Fun to eat. 6 great flavors.
Oatmeal swirlers. The swirl and fun part of this complete breakfast.
Oatmeal swirlers. You can give it a swirl.
I don't want to go back to Joey.
Phoebe, what do you think a good stage name for me would be?
Flame Boy.
I just returned from America, where they rush. Work.
Don't they go mad?
Yet they escape to Belgium. Escape? Abandon themselves to pleasures, eat and drink delicious things, get treated like czar by friendly waitress. Pretty girl. Bidu Billigan's escape.
Your escape from the everyday.
Ça, c'est la famille Dumont de Liège. Et eux, ce sont les Dumont de Mons. Et ça, c'est leur ordinateur de jeu Atari. Sonia est en train de piler son père au breakout. Au circus Atari, tante Charlotte donne une bonne leçon à sa nièce Cathy. Et plus moyen de parler à ces deux-là depuis qu'ils jouent aux Space Invaders. Déjà 15 jours qu'elle dure cette réunion de famille. Il faut dire qu'Atari a plus de 40 cassettes et 1200 jeux. Avec Atari, on ne s'ennuie plus devant la télé.
Hey, you'll be driving a carriage with lovers in it through Central Park.
Knock it off!
Now you need me, Mr. Grady. In fact, you have desperate need of me.
Knock it off!
The 3, 6, 9, 10, one of the toughest spares in all of bowling. In fact, the pros rate it as the toughest spare they have to shoot in a championship round. Today's bowling tip of the week will show you how you can increase your chances of making this difficult spare with an exception to the spare rule. Our normal spare rule says stand on the left side of the approach. Take your wrist and break it down to kill the ball so it doesn't have any hook power. Well, this doesn't work with the 3, 6, 9, 10 because the 9 pin often stands. What the pros do is they move more to the center of the lane. They set their ball up in a hook ball position with their wrist cocked for like a strike ball, and they roll a shot around the first arrow out near the gutter so the ball comes in behind the 3 and 6 pins and takes out the 9. Watch this. There it is. Remember, move to the right side of the approach, hold that wrist up in strike ball position. You'll increase your chances of making this very difficult spare.
Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
And enough's enough. Stick right here.
Oh my God, no, Dios mío, no
Why don't you sit here with James, Mrs. Lopez? I'll get you some water.
Those fingers in your hair, that slide come hither stare, that look that lures them there is which...
Only Finesse with a hydrating silk protein formula smooths every strand for the silkiest hair you'll ever touch.
Those gorgeous flowing strands of it, I've got to get my hands on it.
Only Finesse gives you the look that gets the touch.
On a time, you all lived together. Then the wars came. And you ran off into your little corners of the world. Now you're scared for your life. All you have to do is pledge your loyalty. All kneel before King Kano.
That's right, it's not gonna happen, so forget about it. You're coming to dinner. Look at this. No cell phone for a week. Oh, what am I supposed to do without my cell phone? Here's some stamps. You can learn how to write a letter to somebody or something. You think I care? Look at me. Do I look like I care? Look, just take it. Do I look like I... Look at me. Look, just, no, Sharice, look at me.
You worked too hard, you ate too much, the cheesecake made you greedy. Let your aching head and stomach hear this message from old Speedy. Alka-Seltzer, plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Those Speedy bubbles relieve your upset stomach and headache fast. For acid indigestion alone, Alka-Seltzer Gold. Oh, what a relief it is. What a relief.
Give on to the four stars. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on to the four stars. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on to the four steps. Oh, come on, girls. Come on to the four steps. Don't stop till you get enough.
That's just great. We'll meet our special guest, Gary Moore, in a minute.
And then the bacon, of course, in the old deep fryer.
Why you deep fry bacon?
It's weird, but it works.
Scotch egg.
It's a hard-boiled egg with some Italian sausage. Just deep fry it.
I can do that.
Leaf Filter is rolling into neighborhoods all across America to end the
5 yards, not short by any means. The 3rd and 4 to 5, a lot better than 3rd and 10.
And McMahon in control. That's great savvy. There's the first down to Nelson. Slips the tackle. And he goes out right at the 20-yard line. Will they mark it the 20 or the 21? Jenkins was chasing him. And Broderick Thompson is down. They're going to mark him out right at the 20-yard line.
Thompson left the field once earlier. He's at the 76, right in the middle of your screen. Watch this great play, great balance by Darren Nelson.
Apple has more going on these days than just the iMac. There's also the new Power Mac G3, which Apple says is the fastest personal computer in the world, twice as fast as an Intel Pentium 2 PC. Here to show us the new G3 is Rob Capps, senior editor with Mac Addict magazine. Welcome, Rob.
Thanks.
All right, the whole issue is speed, right? That's what everybody's saying about the G3. Can you show us an application that would demonstrate how fast this baby really is?
Sure. This is Adobe Photoshop, and we have a 10...
Steve Jobs, who's this guy?
A 10-megabyte image of Steve Jobs.
Is this the demo that comes with the G3?
This is actually his publicity photo, so we can show it around. And,
all right.
And a lot of Power Mac users use Photoshop. It's a really common application, so it's also a really common one to test speed with. Here I'm just going to do a motion blur, which is just a blur that adds motion to a photograph. And I do a 94-pixel blur. And as you can see, it takes a few seconds, but if you have worked with Photoshop on another computer, you will know that this is extremely fast.
All right, let's compare it, say, working with a plain old Power Mac as opposed to a G3.
A plain old Power Mac, one of the older 604s, you might see speeds up to twice as fast. You might see a little bit less than that, you know, 3/4 as fast.
All right, and how about the claim compared to an Intel 2 PC, a Pentium 2?
Now, the Power Mac is not actually, in this case, is not actually, wouldn't be twice as fast as the Pentium 2, since this is a real-world application. You're not just testing the processor. It's actually probably a few seconds faster, maybe 25% faster than the Pentium 2.
But faster.
Faster.
So is this mainly for a guy who's really working in graphics? Is that the advantage of the speed? Does it matter if I'm doing business type stuff?
It helps for graphics. It helps if you work in business. As applications get bigger and more complex, you need more speed. It opens Word faster. It scrolls through documents faster. So it does everything faster.
All right, Rob, one of the things I want you to do, if you can shut it down, I want you to sort of take apart the box because the design of the G3 is kind of interesting and pretty well done. So why don't we sort of knock it all apart, and let me get rid of the keyboard and the mouse here. And
think about it, you never really see him eat anything at all, which could be why he's missing the damn bird all the time. You know, the brain needs sugar. Think about it. You got to clamp the...
Yeah, but did you guys ever see the one where there were 2 Roadrunners?
Oh, 2 Roadrunners?
I can feel it. Burning.
Randall. Oh, Randall. Angela Pryor.
How do you do, Mr. Randall?
How do you do, ma'am?
You still plan on leaving tonight, Henry?
Court opens Friday, 10 a.m. in Tuttle City. We'll be there.
Oh, no, you won't. You aren't proving anything by this, Henry.
Angela, go home.
This is the time for children. This is the time
And I harbor no resentment because they accepted your suggestion instead of mine. Lydia, I understand perfectly. Good. Now, hypothetically speaking, if your plan should end disaster...
Rated R, November 21st.
Hey. Samsung, leading the music phone revolution.
What do you mean, Ransoff's going to the Clampets? I'll be exposed. I'll be ruined.
Chief, Veritas Vincit Omnia.
If that's the name of a poison, get me some.
As there are in Puerto Rico. On the southern tip of Brooklands Peninsula, there is the summer resort of Coney Island. Even in New York, you can come to the seaside. This fairground's seen better days. So has this roller coaster! Oh, boy! Woo!
Oh, come on, everybody. We can't stay cooped up here all weekend.
Come on!
Come on, I'll race you to the car. What's for lunch, Katie?
Bangers and mash would be nice. And lots of hot, savoury gravy, made with OXO, to warm everybody through and through.
You know, the nicest thing about going out on a day like this is coming home again.
I'm sure it's a mistake. Just go on. I'm sorry, why don't we just ignore it? I'm sure whoever it is will just go away. You say?
Hey, is this thing working or what?
It's working just...
It's available as fresh water from lakes, streams, and groundwater sources. Desalinization plants around the world remove salt from 3.7 billion gallons of seawater every day, serving about 25 million people, mostly in Saudi Arabia. Another alternative to aqueducts is water reclamation or recycling. These plants take water that has already been used in homes and treats it by removing bacteria and harmful chemicals, so that it can be used to irrigate large public green areas such as landscaping along freeways.
Water reclamation and desalinization are supplemental water supplies. They probably cannot replace the aqueduct systems because the volume of water would be insufficient.
In his honor at the entrance to the canal in Port Said had, to many Egyptians, become a symbol of Egypt's long and bitter history of subjugation to foreign powers. A few months after Egypt seized the canal, nationalist Egyptians used dynamite to knock the statue off its pedestal. It had taken a century, but now, for the first time, Egypt owned it all.
Need another blouse? You always say, next year I'll get her something different. Well, it's next year, Marie.
Find the gifts that speak to you at Pier 1 Imports.
I don't know. We could, like, get a fire going or sing some songs or just, you know, hang. Box me up. Let's roll.
Find the decor that speaks to you at Pier 1 Imports.
Say goodnight to your father.
disc photography by Kodak. It's changing the way people take pictures.
Picture a brand new world.
The Kodak disc camera advances the film automatically, so you can get the pictures you may have missed before. And it knows when to flash, and can flash again in 1 1/3 seconds. All you do is push one button. The Kodak Disc 4000 camera. Bet you know someone who'd love one.
Picture a brand new world.
What are your last bid, Mrs. Young?
I'll say 850.
Mr. Cameron, this is your final bid. You were $550. Last chance.
1,300.
Mrs. Emmerling, you were $575. Top is 1,300.
I freeze.
Mr. Ford, you're 6. Top's 1,300. This is the final bid of the game.
I'll freeze.
Done. All over. Okay, the bidding's done. We have the following: $1,300, $575, $600, and $850. And here's your electronic stove and cabinets right here. And in the envelope is the actual retail price, which I'll now get out. Everybody set?
All set.
Actual retail price is $1,201.40. Mrs. Yonker, it is yours. Mr. Cameron is over. Mrs. Yonker was the next highest. Pass that down to Mrs. Yonker. You go. Isn't that nice? Bonus. When I open the envelope and find 2 cards in there, one of them always means a bonus, and that's what you have. Now, Ms. Yonker, after your family has finished dinner, save the leftovers for the newest addition to your family. I know you'll love it. A puppy. Bring out the puppy. Benny Wallace with puppy. There you are. You probably realize that is a St. Bernard. He's just a growing puppy, so you can exercise him around this bonus. Janie, can you get him over to that spot there? Go ahead, see if you can take this bonus. All right, now here he goes, up the curtain, and here's the rest of your bonus. A living room dining room combination. Isn't that nice? There are 15 handsome pieces from the Inspiration Collection of Broyhill Furniture Factories, Lenore, North Carolina, including a round table with center leads, 2 arm and 4 side chairs, a handy serving cart, and a break front china cabinet. Plus, in the living room, a comfortable sofa with 2 lamp tables if he doesn't eat it, a cocktail table, and 2 occasional chairs. They are all yours. Congratulations.
Here comes the bride.
My size bride Barbie.
My size.
Getting Barbie ready, style her long blonde hair. Barbie brings wedding fun to share. My size bride Barbie. Wear her pretty veil and sparkling necklace. Here's the best.
I can wear your dress.
What a beautiful bride you'll be. My size bride Barbie.
And Barbie dolls of the world with beautiful costumes from their own lands are fun to collect, each sold separately.
Dacio, you seem disappointed.
You sound like you're looking forward to it.
I'm adaptable.
What are you? I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Mr. Peanut is asking people to say, please pass the Planters because Planters pleases 3 times fast.
Please pass the Planters because Planters plant.
Please pass the Planters, please, because Planters please.
Please pass the Planters because Planters please. Please pass the Planters because Planters please. Please pass the Planters because...
Planters peanuts are not only delicious, but they're packed with protein. That's why when it comes to snack foods, nothing pleases like Planters.
Please pass the Planters peanuts, please.
At the extravagance.
What's spectacular about it is that it gives us a sense of the lavishness of dedications that were being made in the mid-6th century BC. Most important are the chryselephantine images of Apollo, his twin sister Artemis, and his mother Leto. And this gives us an idea of art which we otherwise just read about in ancient sources.
Only a few random samples remain of the thousands of works of art that once filled this shrine. The most famous, a charioteer pulled from the rubble with pupils and eyelashes intact. Monumental sculptures depicting whole scenes from Greek mythology stood atop the Temple of Apollo. Painting, too, flourished here, including a legendary mural with hundreds of figures so vast and complex it included instructions for viewing. And music was celebrated as well. This inscription of a hymn to Apollo on the side of the treasury of Athens is a rare example of written music from classical Greece. Scholars are still trying to crack the musical code in hopes of one day playing the ancient hymn. Another major attraction at Delphi was the Pythian Games. Begun in 582 BC and held every 4 years, these athletic and artistic contests were second only to the Olympics in popularity and prestige. They featured a full range of sporting events: foot races, javelin, discus, boxing, and a vicious no-hold.
Are my ears burning because I have a fever? Because guess who's in trees?
The mild winters and hot, humid summers in the South were ideal conditions, providing a natural greenhouse for the young trees. During the 1930s depression, the federal government employed thousands of people in reforestation programs, and growing trees as a crop became big business. Farming techniques adapted surprisingly well to cultivating trees, and the flat southern plains were on their way to becoming new forests. But the need for wood grew even quicker than these fast-growing pines.
Monday on Live, Joan Rivers.
Here now is eat or be eaten, as twilight hunters stalk the reef. In the air above the reef, seabirds return home to roost, and to preen. While below, despite the dangers,
ago I got a "sa" out of him, which I thought, might turn into secondary caregiver, but... Hey, would you hold him for a sec? Because I gotta take this off.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Sure, okay.
Mr. Harris. Now, what is all this? Well, Beaver, just a minute, one at a time. Beaver started it, Miss Landers. He called Linda a smelly old ape. Beaver, did you do that?
Totally new war planets, each sold separately. You can collect them all. Batteries not included.
It's Jurassic Park. The dinosaurs are loose. Tim Murphy snares a Dimetrodon. Grant wrestles with a dangerous Coelophysis. And a Pteranodon battles a spitting Dilophosaurus. Each sold separately. It's happening, but only at Jurassic Park.
Your saving place makes saving nice with quality at a Kmart price.
It's music for Mother's Day from GE. This FM/AM digital clock radio with LED readout and music alarm is sale priced at just $29.87. And this FM/AM portable radio that works on house current or batteries is just $18.77. Special Mother's Day sale and Saturday at Kmart.
Kmart is the saving place.
Who's got the gun? Who's got the gun?
I have to hurry to save Harvard to get help when... Ollie, the pipe is breaking. Oh, no! I've got to plug it. Ollie used his own body to plug up that hole.
Great! What kind of coffee do you sell?
Wilkins coffee.
Don't you have any other kind?
Sure, we have it, but we don't sell it.
Again, seems to me it's about time to get rid of him. How? Did you ever hear of Buck Daly? Gunslinger? Yeah, why? Well, I never saw a man who loves his work as much and hates big men almost as passionately. It's a well-known fact. He'll have Bodie for breakfast.
I know it was a bad idea, but maybe if you just put a little bit more into it and gotten that Peggy more excited, everything would have turned out fine. But come on, Christine. So all I'm saying is, why don't we forget about blaming each other and whose fault it is, and understand that we have a point, each of us, and let it go at that. You know, I mean.
Damn it. I got it. Nothing left of him.
Did you see that?
And I...
We form partnerships early on in life, and a good partnership can make all the difference in the world. Maybe that's why groups who choose Delta Dental stay with Delta Dental, America's leading dental plan. For over 40 years, we've been providing dental plans that help people get the care they need and save money. So no matter where life takes you, choose your partner well. Delta Dental, right where you belong.
Maybe for the beginning, I ought to wash it in milk till it's weaned.
This Yardbird tries to tell me that the best hitter in the league is... Hey, Buster, you better beat it. Sergeant Buck look like strange soldiers in our latrine. Sounds like Bilko. Never from the eyebrows up, he's a total...
Wendy's pickup window is open till midnight or later. Wendy's founder Dave Thomas knew that you liked to surprise now and then. And that's why Wendy's brought it back. Our Wild Mountain Bacon Cheeseburger. Of course, it's still prepared fresh so the beef is hot and juicy, but you'll experience a nice kick from the hot and smoky Southwestern pepper sauce. We even added Colby Jack cheese and bacon. Yep, Dave loved to surprise you. And we still do today. So
Your partner, Frank. Come on. I know you're in here, Frank. I know you're in here. Let's go.
Cartoon Network. Next, more Johnny Test.
Sage, look! Your horse Picasso is following us.
Your imagination can take you anywhere when you're friends with Sage.
I bet he wants to see Sage's new painting of her dad's hot air balloon. Or maybe he wants to take her horseback riding.
Introducing Sage from American Girl, the spirited new girl of the year. Get to know Sage at AmericanGirl.com. Check with your parents to play the kinds of games and art activities Sage loves. Sage comes as shown. Other dolls and accessories sold separately.
You didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I gave you one job. Oh, but look how straight those noodles are.
Yeah, Monica, you...
We now return to engines on Modern Marvels. Hybrids, seen by some as the way of the future for automobiles, are propelled by both a gasoline engine and an electric motor. In hybrids like the Prius, introduced by Toyota in 1997, the engine and the motor can propel the car either separately or together. To reduce emissions, the electric motor is used to take the vehicle up to about 15 miles per hour, and then the gas engine takes over. Electric cars put out no pollution, but the problem is they have to be charged up constantly. Hybrids offer some of the advantages of the electric car, except you never have to plug it in at a recharging station. That's because hybrids charge up their own batteries while they're moving.
It's actually regenning and putting energy from the tire through the motor back into the battery pack.
With regenerative braking, the car slows down by using its electric motor as a generator. This creates drag on the driveline and charges the battery. In other words, by functioning as a brake, the electric motor generator actually creates energy instead of wasting energy in heat loss like a regular brake.
As we turn the corner here, initial acceleration is motor, and as I step into the throttle, the engine starts. Green is charge, red is power. As I lift off the throttle, engine shuts off. The energy flow is from the tires through the motor back into the battery pack.
Toyota's competitor Honda began selling its two-seater hybrid called the Insight in 2000. Both cars sell for around $20,000. In Japan, over 34,000 hybrids have been sold since 1997.
They're more expensive because you've got a battery and a motor to add to the engine that you're already paying for. And the benefits depend on the kind of driving these vehicles go through. So, for example, in Japan, they roughly double the fuel economy because it's very congested, slow-speed driving, lots of stopping and...
Soup bowl. And here's the original scene. If you put the hologram back in its original position, an interesting effect occurs. A slight squeeze.
It's the backyard, the front porch, Amanda, Lulu, Aunt Gloria, Big D, and the kids' table. Now it's the area code most of your calls go back to. Call AT&T now and you could pay less for them. Spend $40 a month and we'll take 25% off your favorite area code, plus 15% off your other calls. Guaranteed, with no fee. Call 1-800-426-4752. Real savings made simple. Just another part of the iPlan.
Much better. 10 seconds there. All done. All right. Very good.
Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Hey. What's that noise?
Where'd that come from?
Screaming, a lot of crashing into stuff.
I was a mess back then. I had a lot of anger, and the music was the outlet for that.
Who came up with the name?
It was a play on the Sex Pistols. Sex, naked, ray gun, pistol.
Man, I hated that name. All we'd ever get was Naked Reagan.
By far, my favorite band.
If someone was playing punk rock music in the early 80s, they weren't doing it to get the attention of girls. Girls weren't listening to punk rock. They were listening to Duran Duran or whatever. No one got famous playing punk rock. You were doing it because you had to.
1, 2, fuck you! I got a sickness. It's a low note. I got a headache. It's like a pillow.
I really wanted to be in a band. It was almost unbearable that I wasn't in a band. I started doing recordings on my own. I had made a demo, and I gave it to Jeff Pizzotti at a Naked Ray Gun show.
I said to Steve, I will gladly play something in your band. I can play bass.
And I was like, fuck me, this is like the best thing that's ever happened. I went over to the house where Jeff lived. Basically every band in Chicago practiced in the basement.
Santiago shared the coach house with us. He heard us playing.
The rehearsal space was right below my bedroom. I wanted to watch a football game.
He had a little black and white television. And he couldn't hear the football game.
They were making a racket. Big Black would be lease-breaking music. You want to break your lease, you play Big Black really loud at 3 in the morning. You're out of your lease.
He went down in the basement and put on his guitar and said,
"Would you guys mind if I join?"
My favorite guitar player in the world was now in my band because I had prevented him from watching a football game. That's how I got the band together, was by irritating Santiago.
Once again, it will happen. Someone will pick out a tree that's too big for the room, drop off some warm clothes, light the candle on the third night, experiment with the turkey baster, watch all 18 bowl games.
Mushroom gravy.
Martine, order in.
Escargot table 2, ready to go. It's 30 minutes into service.
All right, soup du jour.
And appetizers are not only leaving the kitchen quickly,
Tartar is awesome.
they are a hit with customers. That is great.
Do that. So you make a nice little wrapped package out of it, dip it in the Nook Mom, and eat.
Matt enjoyed the hot beaches of Rio. Today, we found him at the markets of Marrakesh, Morocco. Where will he be tomorrow? Find out only on Today on NBC.
Liz Hurley's first Hollywood outing since becoming a mother. Then, Mark Wahlberg on his turbulent past.
I have nightmares about going back to prison.
Also, we deliver the Friends season finale, plus Reese Witherspoon. Next, Texas Hollywood.
Tonight at 7:30 on NBC4.
Just give me a moment.
Alicia, this offer is walking out the door in 10 minutes.
And I just love that whole aspect of the film. I like Douglas being stuck in this welfare hotel, which he hates. The subject of old people was handled well in Cocoon. I think this hand is handled just as well here and just as entertaining. And then I think that the caper and where the movie has to go with them returning to Rob again, which we all know that's where it's going to go, I thought that that was the least interesting part of the film.
The movie could go one way or the other. It could go as a caper movie, which I think would have been interesting, or it could have gone as an old folks movie, but I don't think the two halves have anything to do with each other. And so no matter which way you look at it, the movie doesn't fit.
No, I think that all I'm saying is that I liked about 9.
Please memorize the preamble to the Constitution.
Who is Moby Dick? 500 words Thursday. 20 different species of insects.
Who is
Moby Dick.
Oh, well.
Great, just 498 more words.
I can have it removed. There is a life here for you, Garona. With us. A life of
legitimate, valid, believable, understandable explanation.
There's only one possible explanation. These 13 people had parachutes. Now, they kept them in the baggage compartment. That's why there wasn't any luggage. Then someplace between here and Buffalo, they jumped out for a...
Felt when you had the time to eat and catch up with your friends and family around the kitchen table? At Denny's, you can enjoy one of our Kitchen Classics breakfast skillets starting at just $3.99. And maybe you can feel that good again.
Rand. That's because Rand was one of the pictures that I liked more than The Color Purple. And your vote for, and I think I know who you picked, you'd have to be, oh, this is a surprise, John Huston for Prizzi's Honor.
Didn't think it was that big of a surprise, but my choice is John Huston, and I guess for me and maybe for the Academy too. This is going to be a two-way award, an honor for Prizzi's Honor, which is a very good movie, and also an honor for John Huston's whole lifetime of achievement, which includes such wonderful movies as The Maltese Falcon, Treasure of the Sierra Madre, The African Queen, and The Man Who Would Be King. Prizzi's Honor tells the story of a man and woman who fall in love with each other and who are both mafia hitmen. And here's the scene at a dance where they meet for the first time.
Some spread, huh? Haven't I seen you before? Sure I'd remember. I mean, maybe you went to Marymount with the bride or something. Could never miss you.
And you are?
Charlie Partana, pleased to meet you.
Cara, let me look at you. So, Anna Maya, what do you think?
Such a one you are, always making a show of yourself.
Come on, Anna Maya. I got a reputation to live up to. And the family scandal.
What's interesting there, and all through the movie, is the way John Huston builds his comedy on a sound, dramatic base. First, he starts with a good story and interesting characters, and then he adds the elements of humor and satire. There is a professional discipline there that makes the story better and the comedy more human. The same discipline you could see in The African Queen or The Man Who Would Be King, where it's a story and it's a comedy.
He's one of the great ones, 79 years old, and my choice, he's a young guy, 75 years old, Kurosawa for directing Rand. I'll tell you, it was my favorite film of the year. I would have voted for it, as I mentioned, over The Color Purple if it had been nominated. And no one in the world, and I think you will agree with this, no one in the world can direct an action scene with the quiet, mesmerizing energy of Akira Kurosawa. Look at this beautiful scene.
Introducing a new kind of Fix-It-Ent. A Fix-It-Ent with no artificial flavors or colors. Introducing new Fix-It-Ent Free. It's got the strongest, longest hold of any free adhesive with no artificial flavors or colors. Fix-It-Ent and forget it with new Fix-It-Ent Free.
What I was doing? I'll tell you, Diddums. I was whacking the donkey with painted ladies. They loved me. Yes, I did leave you. There. Now I've confessed. So what?
We're a nation on Earth. The world's biggest jungle, the Amazon, fills nearly half the country. I'm traveling through the historic Northeast, from Salvador, following the coast to the mouth of the mighty Amazon.
Mobile asked America, what do you want from a wireless company?
An unlimited plan for less than $50.
Unlimited texting. Why, you think we don't text? We do.
Unlimited calls to the ladies.
I want an unlimited plan that doesn't cost me one of these and one of these. Arm or leg.
How about cutting my bill in half?
America, you got it. T-Mobile introduces unlimited nationwide plans for half the price of AT&T and Verizon, starting at $49.99 on a nationwide 3G network. And now get the Motorola Click for under $21 a month.
Could we see you in your office, Captain? Certainly, certainly.
Where? Ah, there he is. He's getting blow-dried and brushed. He's pulling away. Oh, so he doesn't like it?
他每次来有点害怕。
Is that right? How do you know?
他走到门口，刚才就往回跑了。因为我走路的话，他都会跟着我，然后一走到门口了，他就往回跑，就不进。
Do you come here often?
差不多1个月吧，毛就长了。对比咱们脚的头还贵呢。
It does? Thank you. And goodbye to you too, doggy. You look great. Everything here is related to pets. I'm amazed by the size of this place. Everyone seems so energetic. It's 5 o'clock. The sun's going down. And now, time to slow down and relax. There's the ocean.
Into Neutrogena body oil. No moisturizer can touch this experience. It's the smoothing away of dryness as every light drop becomes part of your skin. The surprise of no oily afterfeel, the radiance of silky skin. Neutrogena body oil.
Cleaning your teeth, protecting against plaque and tartar buildup, and prevention of gingivitis is crucial. You got that, Eline? Regular use of Dentabone has been clinically shown to reduce gingivitis. Just look at the difference it made in these 2 dogs. I recommend Dentabone from Pedigree.
Where would you like to start?
Crane call your red badge of courage.
I got my finger caught in an adding machine. It's about time I got rid of this thing anyway. You see, they have you wounded here at 90 Church Street. The doctors sometimes lose their heads. I regret to inform you, Miss Chapman, I spent the entire war right here in this office, you see, and right now I'm helping.
He can hit anything.
The whip and stick and punish pitchers. MVP Baseball 2004. Rated for everyone. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Yesterday, and this one, 61. Now then, it's up to you to tell me by number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which one of those places you want us to send you and the old man.
Just by the temperature, Bill?
Well, latitude, longitude, and temperature. Sort of a guess if you don't...
Well, number 3 then, Bill.
You like the number...
Maybe I'll go to Florida.
Wait a minute. Wait. Are you sure you understand me? The temperature in these places yesterday...
Oh!
You sure you know what I'm talking about now?
Well, may I change it?
I think you better.
I'll take number 5, Bill.
You take the number 5, where the temperature yesterday was 61 degrees.
Yes.
I'm glad you didn't take where it was 140 because you'd have spoiled our joke. You take number 5, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, number 5. Latitude is 33 degrees, 38 minutes north. Longitude is 7 degrees, 36 minutes west. The temperature yesterday was 61, and we're sending you to Casablanca. That is where you're going. How do you like those apples?
You and your husband will fly round trip by way of Sabina, Belgian World Airlines aboard the exciting new intercontinental Boeing 707 jet, enjoying international cuisine, economy class, non-stop from New York to Brussels, the heart of Europe, and then on to Casablanca. Isn't that something?
Oh, that's just wonderful.
Wait till I tell you where the other place. This one where the temperature was 38 degrees. Would have been London. Would have sent you there. This one where it was 46. Let's go down here. Yeah, 46. That's all right. Would have been Paris. That's what it was yesterday. We'll save this one for a little later on. This one, where the temperature was 68 yesterday, was Mexico City. And I would give you $1 million cash if you could tell me where this one is. It was quiet up there. No coaching on the jokes, please. Yeah, the temperature yesterday was 140 degrees in the steam room at the Luxor Bath here in New York City. And you don't know how close you and your husband came to going there. That would have caused a whole rule change at the Luxor Baths. Merchandise on The Price is Right is delivered by Allied Van Lines, movers all over the world who treat your possessions with expert care. We'll have an exciting climax to our shopping spree in just a moment. But now, here is some great news for you from Dove.
Ballard are back for more fun. It all happened Sunday during television's biggest week.
Is it so beautiful? I never seen nothing like a beautiful.
You gotta go to taste.
When I saw that old clunker on the road, I couldn't believe it.
Clunker? It drives beautifully.
Well, that's a miracle. That's all I've got to say. One I thought I'd never see. But then, it seems like anything can happen these days. Right, Clarice? Clarice?
This Christmas, from the director of Beetlejuice.
It's not polite to stare, dear. Can I bring him to show and tell on Monday?
Laugh with Edward.
Whoa, what the heck of a handshake you got there, Ed? Come on, let's get you sharpened up.
Edward, would you?
I'll be darned.
Edward Scissorhands.
We don't want him rusting up on us now, do we?
Rated PG-13. Now playing.
Okay, who wants to tell him?
I'll do it. It's a guy.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. It happens all the time, and I take it as a compliment.
Clearinghouse, it could mean $2 million to you.
There's no place like our house.
Where to, Batman? We're off to Zaire, old chump. At 3 in the morning, Batman? Christmas waits for no one, Robin.
Holy mistletoe! We've been so busy fighting crime, I almost forgot.
Fortunately, old friend, Zaire is open 24 hours until Christmas for the convenience of all good citizens.
24 hours? Holy rock around the clock.
Well put, Boy Wonder.
For that pesky prankster, the Penguin?
Remember the Christmas spirit, Robin.
Right, Batman.
Proposed replacing the existing $1 coin with a smaller, lighter version. The idea was that it would be cheaper to produce and easier to use. 3 years later, on this day in 1979, the U.S.
Everyone needs more energy. Whether you're a pro.
Great backhand.
Or just acting like one.
Nice shot. She's playing.
Start your day with Grape Nut cereal. It's energy for living.
Caught you doing what?
You know. I was alone.
You mean?
She caught you? Where?
Oh, he makes sense.
He's shaking. Well, go home.
Taylor.
Oh, Taylor.
Taylor, what's
Look at him. Look. What?
Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks a million. Oh, bless it, little heart, didn't it? Doggone it. Come on, Taylor. Let's go home. Let's go home. Bye, guys.
Finally, we have a little lost dog from Kansas that gets to go back home because there's no place like home.
The holiday family drama Prancer, made last year, is coming out on home video this next week, and this is definitely a film to rent, telling the fanciful story of a little girl who believes that a wild reindeer in her town is actually one of Santa's reindeer, and the reindeer is missing and Santa better find him. When it's caged up as a neighborhood store's promotional stunt, the young girl, with her...
I think I'm gonna watch my cookies.
We'll be right back.
In the beginning, I was nervous about other people holding her, or even changing her, and I had to have those pricey diapers. Now...
どうやら今この1万5000人を超える大観衆の前で12月6日ですか。両国はどうだと。両国国技館。
返事をさせてください。
レッスルマリンピアード93もいよいよ最後のメインイベントということになりました。それにしても、コール前にですね、ちょっとハプニングがありまして、3WA 世界シングル選手権試合ということだったんですけれども、斉藤さん、北斗から。
そうですね、今のコンディションだったら、タイトルマッチを、自分は行う資格ないというので、でも4タイトルで今日はそのところにぶつかろうということですね。
いきなりとここに行きましたね。もう一回いきますか。何かこの片膝をついてね、阿部寛のようなスタイルで観客にアピールして、ランナーミサイルキックか、ミサイルキック、とても膝を怪我しているとは思いません。遅れましたけれども、メインイベントのゲストはブル様。よろしくお願いします。ここからも見てますけど、北斗からね、今回自体という発言がありましたけれども、ブルさんのメッセージから見てどうですか？
そうですね、もう本当手術してまだ2週間ぐらいかかってないんじゃないですか。だからもう、それでも
今回はとにかくベルトの戦いはなしにして4タイトルでやってみようと。
また次でもやるってことですよね。でも辞退しちゃったんで、なんですか。
その辺は触れませんでしたし、今日のところは
What an episode! Oh, that was a good one! Bye-bye!
Of all in my garden.
garlic. Do you know that garlic is a member of the lily family, which also includes onions, shallots, chives, and leeks, all vegetables, and it's extremely beneficial for your overall health. And this is just some of the more than 300 heads of garlic that we harvested in late July.
Whopper tastes better than Big Mac. Yes, it's true. In a national taste test, 3 out of 4 chose the Burger King Whopper over the Big Mac. We bet you like Whopper too. We do it like you do it at Burger King.
Was he in Europe?
No, he was in front of the firing squad.
Firing squad?
Mm-hmm. So he uses the medals to cover up the holes in his chest.
There is pretty country.
You better slow down. There's a railroad crossing up ahead.
Oh, trains never come through here. Anyway, if it was dangerous, they'd put up flashing lights and gates.
I hear a train. Honey, trains can't stop. Slow down.
Don't worry, we'll make it.
What's wrong?
I just had the worst nightmare.
Nightmares can come true. Trains can't stop. You can.
The dragon wing of night o'erspreads the earth. My half-stopped spear that frankly would have fed, pleased with this dainty bait.
It's truly special. It's called Paradise Lost, the child murderers at Robin Hood Hills, and it is extraordinary. A riveting documentary about a small town and its attempt to deal with the grisly 1993 murders in West Memphis, Arkansas, of 3 8-year-old boys carved up and dumped in a ditch. Now, you might think this subject is too repellent to watch, and I'll admit I did at first. But the movie is as much about the townspeople, the surviving families, and the accused killers as the killings themselves, as Paradise Lost develops all of the energy and drama of a great court case and a social document.
They took his little manhood before he even knew what it was. And I hate him for it.
One of those accused is a tiny 17-year-old with an IQ of 72 who is, defense lawyers argue, was coerced into a confession and into implicating 2 other boys.
The officers didn't take notes on all the questions. They testified to that. They even testified they couldn't remember some of the things they asked him. How do we know what really happened?
The alleged ringleader is a boy who is into heavy metal music and has dabbled with the occult. He acknowledges that. He wears black clothing, and all of that, the prosecutors argue, is what makes this, in their opinion, a satanic cult killing.
There have been hundreds of people killed in the name of religion. It is a motivating force. It gives people who want to do evil, want to commit murders, a reason to do what they're doing.
Paradise Lost was created by filmmakers Joe Berlinger and Bruce Sinofsky, who 4 years ago created the similar crime investigation film Brother's Keeper. And again, they use a murder trial to really give us a memorable portrait of an insular town while we try to sort out a real life and death drama. Paradise Lost runs 2.5 hours. I easily could have watched another hour, another 2 hours of this material. It's that strong and sad and outrageous.
Little Hershey's Kisses have big, big chocolate. Little Hershey's Kisses have big, big chocolate. Little kisses have big chocolate. You're gonna love.
Trumpet? Matthew, wait a minute, Pia, what a dummy I am. Why didn't I think of her before? My roommate, Glinda, has all the qualifications. She's a blonde, she has a great body, and a complete suit of armor.
Sounds perfect. If she's home.
Hello, Glinda.
Limited time only. Wendy's new bacon mushroom melt. Bravo.
I hate to steal a show, but it's time to eat.
The new bacon mushroom melt. Only at Wendy's. Try one today.
Look around you, Sid. What do you see?
Thistles.
Nature's gold enriching our lives. What but this sumptuous new Heinz golden vegetable soup could one possibly feast upon?
Thistles?
Delicious new golden chicken and veg, perhaps, or maybe new golden chicken and mushroom. The corn, the sunlight. What else is golden? Oh, yes. Silence.
Variety is the spice of Heinz.
Your devil-may-care, your winning smile. Supposing I say you're really nice, well, what about shoes and
on the WB Monday night.
These are the hot sheets, the MIB tip sheets on covert alien activity. Read them. Know them.
Let me see that. I was hijacked by an alien hitchhiker.
Breaker, breaker.
Tunnel of Love Terror. My date with a space invader. Or this one. I was a teenage science project? Come on, Kay. It's a little far-fetched.
Nothing is what it seems. Right, Frank?
I'm living proof, baby.
Men in Black, an all-new episode, next on Kids WB.
Wendy's pickup window is open late.
Hungry for travel savings? Greyhound has super friendly fares starting at $49 to thousands of places when you plan ahead, which leaves money for more tasty things, right? I'll take that as a yes.
Hello? 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 I knew it. He's there. Now, don't try to stop me, Cora.
Hidden Valley Ranch is coming to Chicago's Navy Pier, asking folks, how should ranch dressing taste?
Creamy, thick, good.
I could tell this is Hidden Valley because it's perfect.
That's what it's supposed to taste like.
Hidden Valley is the original. This is the real deal. My daughter loves the Hidden Valley Ranch.
I don't know of any other brands that can compare to this.
Hidden Valley Ranch dressing. We made it first, we made it right.
It only tastes as good.
Hidden Valley Ranch, the way ranch is supposed to taste.
Weeknights, late night. Hold on tight.
Get a load of this.
At 11, go crazy with Video Game Mania on X-Play.
The biggest video game event in the world.
Then take a walk on the wild side of technology on Unscrewed with Martin Sargent.
I'm Martin Sargent, and I like to ramble. That was fantastic.
It's back-to-back action. Weeknights, X-Play at 11 and Unscrewed at 11:30. Only on G4 Tech TV.
Bottles of the reformulated Centrum are in the new box. 2. How many tablets in each? 130. Square root of 289.
17. I was a math major, Zink.
Yeah, what grade?
Hey.
New formula Centrum. Farm is there.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match has a pairing for everyone. If you're a cheese lover, get a beef and cheddar and loaded curly fries. If you're a roast beef enthusiast, get a roast beef and a beef and cheddar. If you're a fish guy or gal, get 2 fish sandwiches. And if you still can't choose, just do what I do. Snake eyes.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Keep it in mind.
You left the heart out of this story. What the hell's the matter with you?
What are you talking about? There's still plenty of story there. The Army buying $1,000 spare tires, the uniforms with only one leg. It's a perfectly sufficient expose without...
Advanced technology has now developed a remarkably efficient invention. A home heating system that actually converts less than half-price electricity into continuous controllable warmth. This system stores heat with impressive efficiency, releases warmth as you need it throughout the day, gives you a whole tank full of piping hot water. It's a system that in thousands of homes has already proved to be the most economical to run, yet can be installed for as little as £569 for a one-bedroom flat. This system isn't central heating, it's total heating. It works.
Much time has passed. Evil has returned.
Lord, forgive me. He will.
Even if you made a couple of crappy movies. I mean, Blythe Danner still loves Gwyneth Paltrow. Ooh, score one for me.
Welcome back to Ease It Out Video Awards pre-show. It's a good crowd here tonight, Mom.
Someday it will come true. In this country it belongs to folks like me and you. So let the voice of freedom sing out through this land. This is our country.
When you've been perfecting America's truck for 90 years, you back it with the best coverage in America. Chevy Silverado. This is our truck.
Hi there. The rules on You Don't Say are handled by Dr. George Tennyson, professor of English at the University of California. You know his source? It's the World Book Encyclopedia, 2-volume dictionary. Object of our game, convey a famous name by making your partner say a word that sounds like part of that famous name. Our champion, Robert Toth, has $300 and no losses. And our challenger, Vicky Travellini. The G is silent, as in swimming. It's Travellini, and she's also a student. She has no money and no losses, and it's a brand new game. So Tina and Dom, would you look at our first name, please? The missing word must not be a proper name. Tina, are you ready?
More than just a building, but it's just a building, so let's not get carried away. Hey, you're right, it's huge.
It is huge. You're the star of the party, and who knows, maybe the future Mrs. Ted Mosby is going to be there.
Master Higgins is back in Adventure Island 2. This time, he's not alone in his quest to save his beloved.
Various prehistoric friends will help Higgins defeat his fiendish foes. Adventure Island 2, the premier action-adventure game. By Hudson Soft.
Happiness.
Yeah.
It's endearing, really.
All right. Now you go get that beautiful pig.
I didn't think it mattered.
There are 2 half-hour newscasts at 10 o'clock, but one of them takes an hour to do half an hour of news.
Takes an hour to do a half hour of news?
Yeah, they don't even give you the sports and weather until after 10:30.
That's unbelievable.
Why do you suppose they do that?
They're not really getting to the point, I believe. They like to be short and precise.
Whose news are you going to watch?
I'm going to watch Fox 49's Newsroom 6.
Is this going to help your love life?
Do you think so?
Yeah, right.
All its precious sugars, it makes a final sacrifice. The husks form a perfect filter bed as the sugary, frothy mixture, now called wort, is drawn off to the brew kettle.
As you can see, it's a very vigorous boil.
According to the book, scenes like this are no exaggeration. Workers in 6 Nissan factories and subsidiaries have filed complaints with the public prosecutor alleging incidents like this. Some have not been prosecuted for lack of evidence, and others are still pending. But in one case, a worker was convicted of assaulting one of the Atsugi 7. In another suit against 52 union members and supervisors, Nissan agreed out of court to pay damages. Clearly, such violence is an exception, but it raises larger questions about the whole nature of the group system.
There I was on BT.com checking out D'Angelo when.
I don't know if I see that right quick. Check this out.
Yo, I never thought the internet could be like this. And so I told him, that's hot.
Yeah?
I suggest you go to BET.com and see what you're missing.
At the swap meet and painted the walls lavender. And speaking of paint, I transformed the bureau we found by painting it white. I changed up the knobs to give the piece some extra pizzazz. Now Haley and Cameron have a perfect place for storing their clothes. Thanks to our careful measuring before we...
Cousin or anybody else you could possibly conceive of? No, that's my husband, Ed.
Your husband?
Right. He looks a lot like Jerry Lee Lewis, doesn't he? He's the reason why you're here. I'm redoing the bedroom as a big surprise.
Well, it
is the most deadly game. These three criminologists play it.
Oh! Ah! Hey? Oh! 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 Ah! There's nothing as grand as a grandee.
Shalom hunger, shalom free food.
No shellfish! That is so unfair.
Tell me about it.
This man.
The Thin Red Line, rated R. Opens January 15th, only in theaters.
Daddy, I still care for you. And I really appreciate all you've done for me.
War and those missing in action. In 1971, the black and white motif was unveiled and has since become the iconic image for those who have not yet come home from war. To this day, it is the only flag ever flown over the White House, alongside the Stars and Stripes. The process begins with a scoured fabric that is adhered to a belt and fed through the line. The printer will then dispense the liquid dye onto the inkwell of the screen. The platform will then drop, allowing for a magnet underneath the belt to propel a stainless steel rod across the screen, forcing the liquid dye through its pores. This process is repeated until the color is completely deposited into the fabric. Once the flags are printed, they will advance to the end of the belt, where the wet ink is dry. The material travels to the 3-bowl washer to eliminate any excess or residual ink. Then, it's straightened and dried. From there, the flags are rolled, cut, and ready to be shipped out to vendors across the country. With a large number of flags made under one roof, it's no wonder that Annan is one of the largest flag manufacturers in the world. And all of it made right here in the United States.
Annan prides itself on all of its product being U.S. made. We advertise all of our product as U.S. made. By rights, it should be made in the USA.
Today, being made in America invokes a new sense of pride.
Dumb, lacking mental power.
So you'll pick me up tonight at 7:45?
Why don't we make it 7:45?
Stop it.
Okay, 7:45.
Why not? Because he hides. Where does he go? To my stomach.
G3000 Turkey Day is brought to you by Foot Action.
Hey, Santa, I want another championship, an MVP trophy, and a pair of Nike Air Ups.
Last year, you led the league in personal fouls, ejection, elbowing.
I also led the league in rebounds.
All right, I'll give you the shoes.
Thanks, Santa.
Nike Air Up. Get them at Foot Action. Premiere Magazine calls Almost Famous the movie of the year. Us Weekly says it's almost too good to be true.
You're one of us.
4 stars, hilarious and exuberant.
I never said I'm a golden god.
I am a golden god!
From Cameron Crowe, the creator of Jerry Maguire.
I have to go home.
You are home.
You going back down?
Every minute counts.
All right, I'll be there in a bit. I just want to write up my notes first.
Yeah, okay. I'll yell if I find anything.
Yeah, you better.
Okay.
Siskel and Ebert review Shelley Long, returning from the afterlife to find her husband, Corbin Burnson, has remarried in Hello Again. Life in the fast lane proves to be less than zero for Andrew McCarthy and Jamie Gertz. And Timothy Hutton and Kelly McGillis are a match made in heaven. It's all coming up next on Siskel and Ebert.
And now we return to the Fox 29 movie.
A new agree with aloe. A new agree.
Aloe has made new Agree shampoo come alive.
Aloe. A new agree.
Enrich your hair with Agree to make it look healthy, alive, more beautiful than ever.
A new agree. With.
Don't you think? Well.
Exactly what type of combo is this?
And how many of you lizards is in it?
Oh, rock and roll. You know, like they have on the Pandemonium show every day.
And you've all done mighty well, because there were 3 incorrect votes at $250 each. Anybody can add that, especially a lady, I'm sure. $750 coming your way from Anison, and a gift package of all the fine products. And the makers of Anison, too, thank you for being with us. Hope you had as much fun as your faces seem to indicate. Good night, and God bless you. Now, here is a word about infrared.
Get worse.
Worse? How could they get any worse? Take a look around you, Ellen. We're at the threshold of hell.
And the masters of the universe.
I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said,
"By the power of Grayskull."
It's pretty clear who's in charge, but they seem happy. Oh, thank you. Goodbye. A beautiful dress on a beautiful flagstone street. So romantic. I'm sure this will be a lifelong memory for them. I'm almost at the top of the hill. Just a little further. The flagstones continue. The street just keeps going straight all the way to the vanishing point. This looks like a residential area. This Western-style house on the right is pure white. The next house over seems purely Japanese. But then, There's a pink one that looks Western on top and Japanese below. Do these folks live here? They seem like a married couple. Good morning. Are you going for a ride? Oh, work? You look cool. And what a cute cat. Cotton.
Talking house. Hola. All of those families there. Mi familia. Surprises happen everywhere. Surprise, there's a big upset.
What are we going to do with this stranger?
Could you put him out of action a couple of minutes so we can talk?
Certainly. It will be a pleasure.
That's good.
Now, Major Healy, what have you done with my master?
The truest test of any product is how it performs over time. Now, this. Magnavox Star System Color Television. Designed for the highest reliability in Magnavox.
マシンと一つになる快感。テクニックを磨いて 0.01 秒を争え。ゲームボーイアドバイス F0。
After 6 months training, she's taken out to dinner by her controller, played by Gabriel Byrne. But it turns out to be a business dinner.
Don't do anything till I leave. You got 3 minutes. Okay?
Wants out, but the secret agency, having spared her life, now acts like it's theirs.
I'm through. I'm out. Listen, which word do you not understand? There is no out. There is no through. There is no out.
Meanwhile, living undercover on the beach in Los Angeles, she finds a boyfriend played by Dermot Mulroney who feels strange because she never, ever talks about herself.
You're so guarded.
I'm not guarded.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
You're like living with a ghost, you know. You never tell me anything.
If the character and storyline of this movie sound familiar to you, that's because Point of No Return is a remake of an effective 1991 French thriller named La Femme Nikita. Several French films have been remade into Hollywood movies lately, most of them not very successfully, but Point of No Return does work in its own right and is about as effective, if not as thoughtful and bittersweet, as the original film. A lot of the credit goes to Bridget Fonda, who enters the film as a wolf girl snarling at the cops, and ends it as a young woman determined to find a life of her own. I was surprised that this remake did interest me.
Monday, Linda Hamilton's looking for a good time. And Jack Scalia's giving it his best shot.
Last night was a mistake.
It's Club Med, the movie.
We picked up 3 apiece, you Jenny. Scores, the crowd goes wild.
Cap. Hi, great crowd out there, huh? Oh, you know, they're here to salute you.
I love them all.
You know, I'd sure like to be in your shoes.
Better lace them on real tight, because that's all you have out there. Just you and your shoes.
Hey, Cap, who was the quickest player you ever saw?
Nate Archibald, Kansas City.
Who was the toughest you ever put a move on?
Judy, sophomore, UCLA.
I'm seeing lots of spots.
plenty of polka dots.
Get those! Look at that. Miracle I brought it down at all. Not great, Summers, not great. But any time you can walk away from a landing, it's a good one. One thing sure, she won't...
Now for Kellogg's Smacks. Ooh, here comes Kitty. There goes Kitty.
Kellogg's Smacks might just blow you over. Part of this complete breakfast.
Smacks. I dig 'em.
Sing along with Aretha Franklin in Detroit, Amy Grant in Nashville, Carly Simon in New York, Barry Manilow, and more. It's Christmas at Home with the Stars. Then, skating's most famous pair take the ice in a very special event. Seiko presents The Artistry of Torval and Dean after Christmas at Home with the Stars, Saturday on ABC.
What are you doing, Jack? I'm posing for the Eagle Holiday Nut Display. What are you supposed to be, Scrooge? Where's the charm? Give me the Eagle Honey Roast Peanuts. Now watch me. Now give me the Eagle Lightly Salted Peanuts. Love them. You have to sing. Now the new Maple Roast Nuts. Ooh, I love them even more. Perfect pyramidal form. Now the charm. We're ready. No, we're not. Cinnamon Roast. You're making a you mockery. Eagle next. I'll give you a Scrooge bar humbug. Ready. Catch. Look for the Eagle Holiday Nut Display at your store.
In any case, which is money. And we don't like to talk about that out in the real world. This is a city where the only currency is currency. It's a place where, as long as you have the chips, you are equal to everybody. Nobody cares what your race is, your color, your gender, your sexual orientation. In fact, they don't even care if you have a criminal record. Everybody's the same until you're out of money. Then when you're out of money, you're just out.
Lock it up and we'll see just how secure it is.
Okay. Great. Good. Great. Fine. I think the old Samster's in for a little surprise. That's a solid oak door. I installed a rim-proof, jimmy-proof lock myself, which I call pretty much...
Micro Machine Man here. Where do you fit a large, lavish limo like this? Right here. It's the Micro Machine's little limo, of course. Just part of the stupendously styled, dramatically detailed collection of Micro Machines. I brought a surprise. The Micro Machines, private eyes, that is. Each with a seriously super small scene inside, see what I mean? Just peek through the sunroof, and you'll see something stupendously secret.
Hey, I got all 3 rings.
That's not the only rings you got. You got ring around the collar. Yep, ring around the collar.
Those dirty rings. You try spraying, even scrubbing with powders, and still you've got...
ring around the collar.
Try Whisk. Whisk sinks in and starts to clean before you start to wash, then gets your whole wash clean.
This time, you deserve the prize.
I do.
No more ring around the collar.
Use Whisk around the collar for ring around the collar. Every time.
Yeah, it is.
It is good.
So are you.
They had racked up every imaginable sales and chart achievement and produced a remarkable body of work. The respect of the music industry, particularly in America, had eluded them. That was about to change.
It screams.
Does Daddy know what you're getting him for Christmas?
Nope. Neither do I.
Save during Kmart's Challenger Shirt Sale and get the best quality shirt at this low price. With this kind of selection, there's a Challenger shirt perfect for him. Top it off with a perfect tie. In fact, Kmart suggests you give him both and see how he likes it. Kmart, Canada's saving place.
Can't stop this. Watch out. The Disney afternoon is almost here.
Are you ready? It's cool.
Gummy Bears, DuckTales, Rescue Rangers, and the all-new Tailspin.
It's high. 2. That's 2 weeks to go. It's getting closer.
Poop, poop, and do. It'll be here in just 2 short weeks. 2 hours that are just too cool.
On a Disney afternoon.
Understood the dialect you're using.
Tell him I'm happy to meet him, and that is sacred
bat is as good as found.
From the mother, another researcher, Dr. Colwyn Trevarthen, believes that it's not the mother but the baby who initiates and directs the interaction.
The behavior of the baby is exceedingly complex. It is inconceivable that patterning has been learnt or trained. People have talked about that interaction, the turn-taking as if it's proto-conversation. Many of those I see as a reflection of the natural characteristics of the baby's motivations.
You bring your hands together for Mummy. Straight to Mummy.
The real difference between this and any learning theory is the idea that there is an inborn capacity to communicate as a human being, and with many, many features that are embryonic elements of speech and gesture and language communication.
Come on, my sweet. Are you going to look at me? Now, you do clapping hands.
The smile itself is a kind of behavior that can't have any effect on the world except through someone else perceiving it. It does express feeling. So babies are expressing the same kinds of feelings as the mother who reflects the affection and smiles back at the baby. But it's important to realize that it's only part of a whole complex of body behavior of the mother.
Yes. Oh, is it good to say something? What would you say to Mummy?
The quality of her voice, the gentleness and softness of it expresses the same feelings. In fact, you can actually hear a smile in the voice because it changes the physical quality of the sound.
I know, it's terrible. Smiley, trippy boy. Yes. Such a smiley, trippy boy. No, you just want to say, yeah?
One of the first tasks facing the young infant is to recognize that the stream of speech it hears actually consists of separate units, words and the sounds that make up words. This experiment at Brown University was designed to test how well young babies respond to changes in the speech signal. Elizabeth is 4 weeks old. She's fed the sound da every time she sucks. When her rate of sucking slows, the sound changes to ta. Her rate of sucking then increases. She's interested again. Project designer Peter Imus.
These infants, very young infants, are extremely sensitive to the information that's in the speech signal, that is, to the acoustic parameters that are there. And the second thing it tells us, I believe, is that they have some very nice abilities to categorize.
Joey and Ted.
Hey, look what one of those kids gave me. I see you eat the cream first.
Yeah, ever since I was a little kid, I'd eat the cream and leave the rest for Santa.
I know. I miss the cream.
She never said anything to me about it, and she always told me everything.
Well, it sounds to me like we have an unmotivated random killing by a psychopath.
I agree. I don't agree. About the unmotivated part.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food. Or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
I figure if we go into this tube, the minis will go into their tubes. Monkey see, monkey do. This is bad.
Catch him if you can, beat him if you can, love him if you can. Now he's the $6 billion man.
We're all going to get an allotment of dimes. Then, when you have to make a phone call, you'll come to me. And if I feel the call is worthy, I'll give you some dimes to go down to the phone booth at the gas station. See, once again, problem?
For great gift ideas, at Burger King, sometimes you've got to break the rules.
Whoa, let go my ego.
Todd, you've got your own ummi.
This is ummi? That Eggo waffle is ummi. All warm and crispy. Let's go to a distraction technique.
Whoops. Hey, not so fast.
Oh, sure. He gets the bigger bedroom and the Eggo. Life is not fair. Okay, gotta pull out all the stops.
Okay, here you go.
Nutritious Eggo waffles, also in delicious nut and honey.
Cuteness. It's a cheap trick, but it works.
First thing you notice about the Bic shaver is that the handle is hollow, practically worthless. Bic put the money into their top quality bonded stainless steel blade. That's why Bic can charge only 19 3/4 cents a shaver. And each one gives you days and days of close, comfortable shaves. The Bic shaver, hollow handle, superior blade, incredible price.
Product. I'm delivering the command. 60 days.
And if there isn't product by then
the mayor, myself, 6 other high political figures, and, oh yeah, yourself as well, all go to the state penitentiary for...
It's doctor, and this is what he said. He said, ooh, yeah, ooh, bang, bang, walla, walla, bing, bang, ooh, and then he struck my head.
The Gyro Bowl, the world's first ever snack bowl that spins and spins and stuff stays in. The Gyro Bowl is absolutely kid-proof. Gyro Bowl's inner bowl rotates 360 degrees and magically stays open side up no matter what. Pack crackers and grapes and get on with the chase. And when Mom drives to the store, Gyro Bowl keeps the snacks off the floor. Moms love it because it's dishwasher safe and virtually indestructible. Plus, attach the Stay Fresh lid to keep food fresh between snacks. Call today to get the Gyro Bowl with the Stay Fresh lid for just $14.99. Call now and you'll get a second Gyro Bowl and lid absolutely free. That's 2 amazing Gyro Bowls with lids for just $14.99.
To order your Gyro Bowl for $14.99 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-662-5899. That's 1-800-662-5899. Order now.
Angels 15.
They've got about 8 seconds.
Angels 10. We gotta pull out. Carmen! Pull up! Pull up!
Rated M for mature.
In the not-too-distant future.
The adult world is designed to keep us moving. And while this may make us more efficient, it's not exactly a party. Luckily, technology has produced a cure. It's called a Game Boy, the personal game-playing system from Nintendo with lots of sports, action, and puzzle games to choose from. And it comes with a puzzle game Tetris. It could change your outlook.
I'm sorry, sir. Your flight's been delayed.
Cool. Game Boy by Nintendo. Have you had your fun today?
Egg carton, for example. Oh, this is for all small mushrooms, so you don't lose them in a big basket, and you can have a mushroom in each of these little containers in the egg carton, and then it keeps them safe when you bring them home.
So I don't know that.
Really rad. It's real. It's totally rad. And it's wet, too, and it's sticky. It's the stickiest red lipstick you could get. It's color that makes a statement even when you can't.
Hotel accommodations for most guests of Saturday Night Live furnished by Paramount.
Coming up next, it's 2 Disney Channel series, The Jersey. Then Ride for Justice with the Caped Crusader Zorro. It's all part of Zoog Weekends.
Pumpkin would never do anything so dangerous.
Mom, you're embarrassing to me.
See? He's
just my sweet little Dexter.
Why not tune into Dexter's Neat and Tidy Bedroom on Cartoon Network?
The Cartoon Network has many stars, but only one sun. A giant celestial body that is in some way linked to every tune alive. And that sun is named Velma! Every tune everywhere has a connection to the Cartoon Network's bespectacled super sleuth. Like Benny, who hangs out with Tomcat, whose litter mates with Sebastian, who tours with the Pussycats, who are assisted by Alan, who shares clothes with Freddy, who solves mysteries with Velma! Then there's Betty, who takes step aerobics with Judy, who shares a house with Astro, who goes to speech therapy with Scooby, who solves mysteries with Velma! Space Ghost battles Zorak, who did a guest bit on Jabberjaw, where he was captured by...
Mother Gotham, never bake this pie. It's topped with sleeping cream.
We're too late. Look at that blown safe.
A woman with a bladder control problem, call this number to receive free samples of A&D Personal Care, an incredible new line of products that eliminate urine odor on contact, plus valuable information that'll help you live your life the way you want to.
Always can Blossom bribe Joey for great Christmas gifts.
You truly are an amazing creature. What must it be like to be you? You look good.
Whoa! NBC Monday. NBC presents an American Christmas tradition.
Bob, your early Christmas present home.
Bob opens his Palm Springs home to Tony Bennett, Lindsay Wagner, stars from Grace Under Fire, hanging with Mr. Cooper, the AP All-America team. Plus, the funniest moments from 40 years of Christmas past.
I know what I'd like for Christmas, but it takes 2 stockings.
Bob Hope's all-new Christmas. Then Helen Hunt hosts a White House Spectacular, featuring John Cicada, Anita Baker, Kathy Mattea, Kenny G. Christmas in Washington, 2 great specials, 1 great night, NBC Wednesday.
But would add to the weight and cost. So it's another idea that's not yet been accepted. But in some accidents, you don't get a chance to use the slides. At Tenerife in 1977, in poor visibility, 2 Boeing 747s slammed into each other on the ground.
Frank Barone's memory, this sounds like he's passed on.
Michael, why would you write this?
Read all about it! Wake up your taste buds. If you're fishing for the latest catch of the day, try new fish and chip flavoured French fries from Walker's. Try the crunch at lunch. Meet and eat the perfect pair with bags of taste. It's official, the nation's favourite fish and chips is the Big Scoop. Walker's new fish and chip flavoured French fries. What a takeaway.
Now you can experience Robert Louis Stevenson's classic as never before with Jim, Ben, and more. An adventure the whole family will enjoy again and again.
I've lost my mind.
Treasure Planet, now on Disney DVD and video.
Only from Lord.
Are the 3 most important requisites for sergeant in the New York police force.
Why?
Well, I'm taking an exam again. I need your help.
Well, Sergeant of Detectives has to be a great...
Hey, how's it going? I'm Kevin Wiseman from ABC's Alias. You are watching D4, TV for Gamers.
When it seems like all is lost.
Unwanted, aggressive sexual solicitations. Now, people, we have work to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard Chief Mannion. Let's go do it. Dismissed.
Every year, the city will subside or sink more than 4 feet in a century. For decades, geological experts warned of the peril of this sinking city. and the fragile levee system that protected it.
This was a disaster waiting to happen because we knew there were hurricanes that could flood the city with the protection that we had.
Dr. Suheta was determined to find the failures that caused the levees to break. The evidence he was about to uncover would provide the first clues to how this engineering disaster could have occurred.
Nobody expected it. Nobody believed it. And nothing could stop it. The one hope. The only hope. The Exorcist. Rated R.
Tissue has a special kind of softness that comes from two sheets being quilted together. And quilting makes a difference you can feel. Northern, quilted for a special kind of softness.
The presentation Barry was supposed to give tomorrow is today. Fortunately, he has AT&T's blazing fast 3G laptop connect card,
All electronic devices.
which means he can download all his PDFs, spreadsheets, and meeting notes before you have the chance to save them. That little truck right there. You don't see those out on the road, you know?
It's a luggage cart.
Switch to the nation's fastest 3G network and get the AT&T Laptop Connect card for free.
No matter if he's a city boy, deep in his soul, he's a born cowboy. He's a Stetson man. He's a Stetson man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Half a brie.
No, thank you, Daphne. Isn't Niles taking you to dinner soon?
Yeah, but if I don't have a little snack now, I'll just make a pig of myself later.
Saturday.
Elvis is back in a special all-new one-hour episode. It's the series critics call revolutionary, the early years of a legend. Elvis, Saturday.
Do you want to stay in shape, but find yourself coming home from work just too tired to work out? What you need is HypnoFit.
HypnoFit?
Yes, HypnoFit, a scientifically developed hypnotic system that lets your mind rest while your body works out.
How does it work?
With the patented HypnoFit program, you'll start out jogging short distances and taking brief naps. Before long, our trained specialists will have you running, sleeping, under hypnosis, all at the same time. It's pretty safe, and it really works. HypnoFit.
Ooh, something for Santa.
Look what I brought you, Santa. Holiday chocolate.
Oh, they're red and green.
Mom brought them home for the family, but I saved the best for you.
Holidays chocolates. Delicious milk chocolate in red and green shells.
Now about my list.
There's nothing like holidays for your holidays from the makers of M&M's chocolate candies.
More?
I haven't said that, Helen. So do I. Well, that brings my leaping mind back to its big news. Big news? We ran across Ted.
Please fill in the space. Which car has the largest list of standard luxury features of any car in its class? Which car has more front leg room than any car in its class? Which car? This car. The new Honda Civic LX four-door sedan. Just fill in the space.
Devil's Dream milk.
Get that nice crunch on the top, the beef comes through, and then the gravy hits you with the cheese.
And then the bacon, you just stop good.
Oh man, that is something special. It's tender and it's got that beautiful smoke all the way through it. And I love the flavor of that gravy. It's rich, but it's got a tanginess too from that barbecue sauce. Tons of gooey cheese. And then you get the caramelized onions on there and the peppers and the great texture from that sourdough bread. That works. Every part of it works. And then I gotta trust them with this bacon. You made bacon even better than it is. It's a nice light coating, it's crunchy, then you get that salty bite in there. That is such a delicious sandwich. If this is the devil's dream, then the devil's nightmare must be a salad. You gotta eat here.
Sings country, Big Bird flies high, and the Babysitters Club arrives in Herald Square when our parade continues.
The one thing we're out of here is definitely...
The first ski-making factory was built in 1854 in California by gold seekers who skied to break the monotony of mining for gold.
A flock of 99s over Budapest, I think.
Budapest? I think you're right.
Oh, then you know about it?
Well, I should. That's my outfit, you know.
Oh, really?
Well, that explains those new planes they got in.
New planes?
Yeah, the new rocket ship, the Flash Gordon 52.
Oh, yeah.
Shack, you'll say big for two whole days.
Radio Shack.
Inside that flashlight is something familiar. A battery. And while it may not be the biggest decision of your day, consider this. In the land of Middle-earth, the filmmakers of The Lord of the Rings trusted one battery in every one of their light meters. Duracell. So no matter how you play make-believe, it just has to work. Duracell. Trusted everywhere.
We are eating out, and that means cafe classics from Lean Cuisine. Ooh. It's like the restaurant experience without looking at parking. Beef portobello with roasted garlic. Or how about shrimp with angel hair pasta and red peppers? This is good. I know. Can we eat here tomorrow? Well, I don't know if I can get a reservation. Can you get us a better table? Yeah, sure. Garçon. New from Stouffer's Lean Cuisine. It's not just lean, it's cuisine.
It's the only thing keeping us together.
I sentence you to eternity.
Start your holiday shopping this weekend at the annual Morocco Shrine Christmas Bazaar. See all the wonderful gift ideas this weekend at the Morocco Shrine Auditorium, St. John's Bluff Road near UNF.
There's a warm, friendly smile waiting to greet you this Sunday morning at 8 and 11 from the First Baptist Church in downtown Jacksonville.
Jersey, part of Extra Helpings Weekends.
No fumble, no foul. The Jersey will be right back, part of Extra Helpings Weekends.
Yo, MZ, have you seen this new Jersey swimming game at ZoogDisney.com?
Oh, yeah, and I love it. Looks just like me in the bath.
Right. Hey, keep watching the Jersey as Zoog Extra Helpings Weekend continues.
400 tigers faced off against bulls and elephants in one day. 5,000 animals lost their lives as part of the Colosseum's opening ceremonies. The streets of Rome are prone to traffic jams today, and the same was true during the height of the empire's success. Noisy crowds combined with the deafening sound of wooden wheels clattering over pavement stones. More than once, laws were passed forbidding, or at least limiting, daytime traffic within the city. After the disastrous rule of Nero and the 3 emperors that came and went within a year, Vespasian's 10-year rule helped reorganize an empire in disarray. New roads were built in Asia and Spain. He then commissioned the overseer of the roads to make a survey of the entire...
And as Viv said, we're full.
Come on, guys, we can make room for one more.
Ow. We've already assigned the outlines. The answer is no.
Yes, Old Gold. The cigarette with nearly 200 years of tobacco know-how behind it. Made by tobacco men, not medicine men. Smoother, milder, tastier, Old Gold cigarette. Old Gold. The cigarette that treats you better in every way. Because in every way, it's a better cigarette. Well, it's like I keep saying all the time. If you want a treat instead of a treatment, get a pack or a carton of Old Gold cigarettes. You'll love them as much as I do.
People can hardly wait to get through Christmas dinner when they know they're getting Baskin-Robbins ice cream cakes made specially for them for dessert. Baskin-Robbins, we've made your Christmas a piece of cake.
Oh, God. I'm alone, yes. Have you found a place to put Jennifer?
Inside every person who needs a minivan is someone who swore they'd never buy one. That is, until Odyssey, the Honda of minivans.
The Menace, a previously unknown alien race. Vipa life forms, these powerful creatures are nearly unstoppable. But their most fearsome attribute is their manner of reproducing. They insert a plug into other life forms, which then gestate into their own. The enemy's territory continues to expand. Sho, this is not the time to be indulging in pointless sentimentality.
No, this is the time. The time we need to stick together. Incoming signal.
We have an emergency here. It's moving. We found a weapon to use against the enemy. Some Leng found out. Come to stop us. I'm entering control center on
Weapon?
Watch the incredible new magic from Kodak. Kodamatic trim print instant color film. You lift the image off the back for a super thin print that captures the color just the way you like it. Now, see how trim print stacks up against ordinary instant prints. It's so thin, it's the instant print your photo album's been waiting for. So thin, no other instant print stacks up to trim print. And what a great Christmas gift. Only for Kodamatic instant cameras, and only for...
G.I. Joe Locust sold separately.
This place is crawling with Micromasters.
Micromaster Combiners, reconnect! What?
Micromaster Combiners. Connecting hundreds of combinations.
And each half transforms into a robot. New Micromaster Combiners.
I wanted to be human. I was a big frog in a little pool who thought he could be a bigger one in a bigger pool. The only thing is, I forgot about Phoebe. I mean, it never occurred to me that if I would turn into a human, I'd be without her. Fergus.
Was eager to move on, but to take this fragile prototype on to the next stage would require much more money than he could raise. The financiers began to think he needed the resources of a big corporation.
The financiers were starting to get nervous. They were constantly on the lookout to sell Phil and the whole deal. So, you know, as he began to get a productive lab staff, trained people, he had to constantly consider the fact that this could all be thrown away. This could all be disassembled and changed within a matter of weeks. And indeed, he might be just sold off to to RCA or somebody like that.
In New York City, high up in his corporate suite of offices, a giant was stirring. David Sarnoff had risen through the ranks of the Radio Corporation of America from office boy to head of the most powerful electronics company in the world. RCA controlled the medium of radio by owning everything: the transmitters, the studios, and the license to build radios. Sarnoff had masterminded this coup by buying off small inventors and ensuring that RCA owned all radio patents. No company could manufacture radios without paying a license fee to RCA. It was a brilliant strategy, which Sarnoff was now trying to apply to the new medium of television. So when
5:30 or 10:30? 5:30. Visa. I'm a weatherman. Yes, I'm on TV. Renting.
That was better than salts. It could be taken orally and was therefore much more convenient. Although it required refrigeration, it was much easier to administer on a mass basis. No matter where people live, they could easily...